quiet. Let's go! The takes are strong. The opinions are loud. And the conversation is never boring. Sean Brace, Ray Dunne, Brace and Dunne. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All renewed for a day two. Sean Brace, how you doing today?
Ready to roll, man. A lot going on. Love to open up with everything that's happening in the sports world before we dive into Philadelphia quickly. Did you see the brawl in Wrigley?
Woo! Oh, yeah, up in the...
Woo! Wait! That's what I'm talking about. That's a
passion right there.
Cross-town rivalry. Yes, and the videos are plenty on the
Move the A's
timeline.
back here. We need that in this city. That's what we're lacking.
Also, P. Crow Armstrong. Are you kidding me with this dude?
Yeah, it's. I got a text last night. Yeah, you're not beating them in a wild card series. It's like, stop it. Stop it. Give me a break.
I don't care about
Let me breathe a little bit.
Nobody cares about that right now here in August.
Well, I do, but I don't want to do it right now.
Yeah, I bring it up because of the MVP. I have Ohtani fatigue. I'm pretty sure.
I think the league has Ohtani fatigue.
Do the voters?
Oh, sorry, the voters. I feel like the voters have Ohtani fatigue.
Huh. We will keep our eyes on
We'll
that
see.
one. Yeah, I just
Not pitching.
He's still
Shohei Ohtani. I get it. How can you vote against that guy? Look at the way PCA's playing the field. He's got a 30-30 season. Last night I saw she used to work for The Athletic alongside Gelb. Excuse me, the reporter that's now out there in Chicago. The tweet out there was like a half, and I get it. It's WAR, but whatever. 0.5 WAR collected by him in one night with the stat line he put up last night. It's PCA. All right, I think it's going to be him this year.
PCA right now is there's only two players in Cubs history that have a 30-30 campaign, 30 stolen bases, 30 home runs. He did it back-to-back years. The only other player in Cubs history. You want to take a guess? You want to take a stab at that? In the 90s.
In the 90s.
Sammy Sosa.
Hey, come on
Good
down.
morning, Connor. How are you?
Hey, I heard a question and I just jumped in.
He's
What's
loaded,
up, boys?
ready to go.
He's hating on Ella Langley earlier this morning.
He was.
Yeah.
I'm choosing not to listen to Texas.
Yeah.
That's what I'm choosing.
Ella can do whatever she wants. All right, Ella Langley, you out there? I support you. I want you to know that. All right. Someone maybe I'm supporting, but still trying to get through some of the scars with the Phillies. They win last night. So that be how we started? Hey, they win. We should be grateful because we've been told on Instagram what we learned our first 24 hours of the show. Just shut up, be grateful, and move on. We'll get to that with the Eagles coming up a little bit later on in the show. But the Phillies win last night. I know you're hurting a little bit today because of the margin in which they won last night.
That is correct.
But they do win 6-5 over the Marlins. They get it done. The bullpen does its best job to make me not want to be thrilled after that win.
As always.
But 4 consecutive for the Phillies. And yesterday, you proclaimed them back. They were back. They win again last night. They got Wheeler going tonight. And I'm just curious for people who have been out because it feels like the majority are out. Yesterday, we did the yes-no on the are they back on the Twitter, on the YouTube chat. And I think it was like 65%. Like, yeah, no, they're not back. Like, please, give me some time to believe this. What can they do to earn your trust back? What is the thing you need to see by the end of this season to trust this team again? And you can get in on that 610-632-0975, whether it be by call. We take the phone call. Whether it be on the Davis Honda text line. You text it in at 610-632-0975. Or the new fashion, the voice memo, which, remember, we need your name, location, and most importantly, your occupation at 610-632-0975. What can they do to earn your trust back? It's a matter of trust today. We're talking about confidence coming up later on, things you're confident in life, things you're confident with the Philadelphia Eagles, but the trust for you with the Philadelphia Phillies. You proclaim them back, Sean Brace. So what do you trust about this team, and what do you need to see by the end of the season to feel that trust by the time we get to the Red October?
I'll tell you straight up, I'm trusting Bryce Harper right now, and I have been pretty much this whole season. I think there was a spot that I think I lost a little bit of confidence across the board in the team in general with the way that they started. So it was hard for me to pound the pavement for Mr. Elite. But he has been all that and delivered every single time he has an opportunity, including last night, 3 for 4. Connor, I don't want to steal your shine. Give me the stat, Connor.
21 straight on-base game streak, and that is the highest in baseball currently.
See? Listen to that. There are reasons to believe in this team right here, right now. Now, I understand that when they go up against better competition, such as the Brewers, such as the Braves, such as the teams in front of them, in the grand scheme of the playoff seeding or as far as divisions are concerned right here, right now, they struggle. There's reality to that. There's truth behind that. There's facts behind that. I understand that. But right here, right now, what we have seen in the month of August, there is a different approach. I'm buying in. I guess part of the reason is what else do I have to do? Not buy into the numbers that this team has all of a sudden decided to change their approach at the dish. Remember, it's hanging now, the banner inside the clubhouse, inside right here at 97.5 The Fanatic. Stay aggressive to your plan. They're doing exactly that, making the good plays on defense to a part. And here we are, now winners of 4 straight. And you, Ray, and maybe Connor, not putting words in his mouth, don't want to buy into this team and I am going to put words in your mouth here because of what? The competition? Is that why?
Because I know this team's shortcomings, and I've seen it time and time again. It's trust issues, Sean. I have trust issues. That's what I'm telling you, all right? Even when it's going good right now, I have the little thing in the back of my head where it's like it's gonna come crashing down for you. Don't enjoy it too much. It's bad. I got the trust issues. We've all experienced it in life. You're experiencing something good. You're like, this is great, but you've been there before. You've been there with that person before. You're like, oh, things are good. Things are nice. Let me try and enjoy right now. But in the back of your head, you'd say it's not going to happen. It's going to end for you. And that's unfortunately last night I'm watching and I'm trying. And this is what I'm battling right now as a guy that's been the optimist of all optimists with this Phillies run up until the end of last season.
There you go.
And then with the way this year's gone, I try to build myself back up, but I can't fight the way I feel. And last night while I'm watching them win, it's like, man, even Big Bad John, he's just Bad John last night. Like, I usually trust that guy. And I still think today when I come in and ask you the question of who you trust in this team, I trust him of that bullpen, but it's him and Duran. And that's the extent of my trust right now. You go to the top of that rotation, I trust it. Go to the top of that lineup, I got 2 guys that I feel very confident, 3 now at the Rise that I trust. But my trust wears thin when it comes to the bigger group. And that's where I want to go with this and ask you guys, who right now on this team, when you see them on the mound, when you see them at the plate, you blanket trust? Where you're like, you know what? I think this guy's going to come through. Who are those guys for? I'll start with you, Connor. Who are those guys on this team for you?
All right, let's start with the bullpen because that's the fewest. It is Bolin. It is Duran. It is nobody else.
Yep.
Raley's numbers would tell you can. He's a Met. He will be a Met until he proves that he's not.
2 home runs allowed with the Mets and over 40 innings pitched with them this season. He is just 5+ innings into his Phillies tenure, and he's already allowed 2 home runs.
Sleeper cell. I'll believe that until he proves me wrong. But actually, he does have to earn the trust, even outside of the Mets stuff. Starters, top 3. Nola and Painter are not there, even though they've been better. And then the lineup, I'm really looking at Arise, Harper, Schwarber. You know what? I'm sneaky feeling Bryson Stott a little bit.
That's the one where I right now could sit on the fence with. Of like, all right, maybe I should just be blanket trust on that one. I feel like I've got a lot of data points over the last couple of years that pushed me away from being there. But given the last 2 months of Bryson Stott, the experience we've had, I feel like I have to give him that trust.
I also think that I understand where you're going with this, but there's got to be 2 parts of this conversation.
Okay.
Trust in postseason, trust in October, right? Trust in the playoffs.
Matters.
Not if you don't make the playoffs. So where are you at right now? With
I think they're making the playoffs.
Okay, then. Yeah. I mean, that's where, again, I'm not going to sit here and sell this team to win a pennant this year if I don't know who's in front of them. I don't know who's playing. I don't know who's healthy, so on and so forth. We got a long way to go until we get in that discussion. But right here, right now, what we have seen this month with the on-base percentage, again, I'm coming back to that, working walks. How about scoring runs, guys? You got to score runs to win games, right?
They do.
Okay, well, 7-1, 9-1, 7-5. What did they get last night? 7 again?
5+ runs in 12 of their 16 games in August.
See? This guy.
Absolutely fantastic. You want to start doing it, well, who do you trust in the postseason, who do you trust in the regular season? Who are you going to see in the postseason versus who are you going to see in the regular season? The Twins, we want to hang a banner over scoring runs against the Twins. They're what, bottom 5, bottom 6 in ERA in baseball?
It's only because it was played in Iowa.
The guy's last name last night was Junk, and I'm supposed to sit here and throw a parade that they ended up beating that guy?
Good thing they did.
It's his name.
And, oh, by the way, they got very fortunate by that home plate call. That was,
Yeah.
or excuse me, first base. First base.
Good stuff by him. Hey, appreciate you, Blue. That's the type of call I'm looking for from you.
Yeah, that's home cooking.
What can they do to earn your trust back? What you're talking about with the lineup and the approach at the plate is one of the things by the end of the season. If this continues through September, that's something that they could do to earn my trust back. For me, I would like to see literally anyone outside of Bolin and Duran in that bullpen give me something to believe in by the end of this season. That's how you earn my trust back. We'll dive into it coming up next. 610-632-0975. What can this Phillies team do to earn your trust back? Because I'm already going through this with the assumption that there is not much trust to be had. We've run the polls. We've talked to you. I know how I feel. What can they do to earn your trust back by the time we get to October at 610-632-0975? And coming up, before the game yesterday, Don Mattingly is being forced to answer, and he's not wrong for being asked it, but just having to answer for the Alex Cora reporting. Who do we blame around here for the fact that we're having this conversation in August? I'm sure, the media is going to be the way a lot of people start with this one. But who's really to blame on the fact we're talking about Alex Cora in August? We'll dive into that coming up. Plus, we have to acknowledge what Alec Boehm's done. All that coming your way next. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunne. This is Brace and Dunne on 97.5. Brace and Dunne here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Over under today for me getting Brace and Dunne correct.
I think every time.
Every time?
Yeah.
1.5.
One and a half
We're going to
mistakes.
drop it one from yesterday.
Yeah.
Sean wants a layup already for his over-under.
What's
He
that?
wants me to ask who sings this one.
I did not ask that. Oh, lit. Thank you, though.
Good work by you. Good work by you.
You're welcome. Great
For those
job.
tuning into the show for the first time, he knows. Who said that again?
That's Alec Boehm.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we could get to that in a second.
Sure.
Alec Boehm, because I took the bait. I took the bait today. I read the column about appreciating Alec Boehm. And nothing says appreciating a Philadelphia athlete like comparing them to Tobias Harris. Like, yeah.
I don't even need a list of names to guess who wrote that column, and I can already tell you that I'm excited to hear more about it, right?
Oh, yeah, my mistake. You know what? That's on me. I'll wear that one. Donovan Chestpat, my bad. I didn't mean to do that one. I didn't mean to read it, but I did. And I'm a worse person for having read it.
It's all right.
All right, let's go through. Here's the 3 steps I think I've seen for us in terms of the ways this team can earn your trust back by the time we get to October. Because you keep going down this path, Sean Brace.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked about this offensive approach. And Connor tipped me off to this incredible meeting, this life-changing, world-changing, approach-changing meeting that the Phillies had offensively before the Twins series, in which they were told, hey, you see this box? It's a strike zone. If the ball's outside of it, what you do is lay it off.
Stop.
Am I not paraphrasing this one well?
Sounds pretty right to me.
Yeah, you're pretty you're hitting the nail on the head there.
So what you guys want to do is be aggressive, but that aggression should stop if the ball is located outside of this box. That's what I got out of that meeting. And it was revolutionary. It changed their approach. They had a great series in Minnesota. They scored 6 runs against the Marlins. They win another game. They've won 4 in a row. We feel good.
Yeah.
They went to the corn, you know.
The corn bats are working.
Ted Williams, Mickey Mantle, they all appeared.
All the
taught them how to hit.
Ty Cobb.
Yeah, I'm all right.
A lot of people were frustrated with the fact that FanDuel was on the wall out there.
I saw people upset about that.
With the shoeless Joe Jackson.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You can gamble on the games, guy at home.
Yeah.
If shoeless Joe Jackson's gambling on the games as he's playing in them, that's an issue.
There you go.
And if you can't differentiate the two, maybe let's all sit this one out. All right? You can have problems with gambling in sports, and when it opens up, sure.
Yeah.
But when Joe Jackson's gambling on it,
a little bit different story.
Doesn't matter if he's shoes on, shoes off, it's a problem.
I like that. Now, to your point about the chase rate, and that is a much different story right now with what they're doing in the month of August. Their chase rate in August, boys, is down to 29%. Their walk rate has jumped up from 7.8% to 13.1%. The chase rate was as high as 36% the previous month. So it tells you a little bit down. But again, I focus on the on-base percentage and what they are doing. They are absolutely addressing the situation at the dish. Now, is it late to you, Ray? I'm not here to argue that, but
it's not late in this season.
The man Drake once said, better late than never, correct? And here we are. So why not now?
The biggest battle of his life he won, right?
No, that is incorrect.
Oh, all right. Listen, glad we're taking advice from Drake.
Know what you want to hit, attack that. If it's not there in your zone, stay away. I hate to make it that easy because it's not. I understand it. But clearly something got across to these guys.
It did. So here's the 3 things. The 3-step approach to find trust by the end of the season. These are the 3 things you're looking for to once again trust the Philadelphia Phillies by the time we get to October.
Got my pen.
Sustained offensive approach and the change that we have seen making its way all the way to September, where, okay, this on-base percentage isn't just a fluke. They don't have to be the best in baseball, but they have to be pretty darn good when it comes to the way they're getting on base, the way they're taking pitches, and we see it, Harper being kind of the banner guy for this right now, of his approach at the plate, his ability to get on base, because they're starting to actually have a little bit of traffic on the base paths, and it's not just them scoring by way of the home run. That's step number 1. Step number 2, so help me someone beyond Duran and Bolin stepping up in that bullpen. Someone from that group. I don't necessarily need it to be a lefty. I would like it to be a lefty, but someone beyond those two giving you a nice, comforting feeling when they come out to the mound in a high-leverage situation, because you don't feel that right now with the group outside of Duran and Bolt.
I could get you comfortable if we're at the ball yard. I can get you an extra beer, maybe a hot dog, a pretzel.
It's bad because even after about 4 tall boys, if I see a certain reliever in the 8th, I'm a little uncomfortable.
I was blowing up your guys' phone last night going, here we go, Ryan Kirkering in the 8th. What could go wrong?
Nobody on base. Fine.
Yeah, one out to get.
I believe him to do that.
Ricky was saying different on my ride home yesterday, Ricky Bowe, and again, it's difficult. You have to roll with the options you have. But I was kind of with him saying, yo, Orion Kirkring, you're good in the 6th, you're good in the 7th, and that's it. I'm not using you in those pressure situations. Hopefully, they will come back and subscribe to Ricky's theory for the playoffs, because we've already seen how that story ends, and maybe that stays last year, but I'm not comfortable in that spot. Again, you only have so many pitchers to work with, so that's why I come back with you guys with the whole Mets situation. It's like, you got to use them.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. You have to use these guys, which is why someone has to emerge. That's not Duran or Bolin if you want to have trust in this team by the end of the season. The third thing is winning against the good teams. I mean, it sounds dumb, and I feel dumb saying it, but you're 6 games under 500 against teams above 500.
That's correct.
This is great. This is nice right now. If you look down at the strength of schedule, you look at what's coming up down the line for this team, they're going to end up seeing good teams. It's why right now is a great time to get on a run for you. Coming out of Minnesota, getting another series win against the Marlins. If you can pick up a couple of wins here, give yourself a little breathing room. I said it on Friday, and I don't expect you to consume every piece of content in which I'm a part of. That would be kind of nauseating. You try, and you do a really good job of it, and I appreciate that about you, Sean.
I support.
When I was on PHL 17 on Friday, they asked me, playoffs, is it like, how do you feel about it? So, I don't feel as great as I did 2 weeks ago, that's for sure. But ultimately, the best thing going for you is you have flawed teams that you're competing with right now. The Diamondbacks right now are dealing with the situation with Ketel Marte, and they're trying to figure that out. Like, if you look at their manager after the game last night, it seemed like he was in tears talking about Marte. Everything's all right with him, but that's a massive distraction for them right now and a massive piece of their lineup that's not a part of it. They were already a flawed team. I got friends out in San Diego. They'll tell you the Padres are flawed. They watch them night in and night out. They've improved from the deadline, but they're still a flawed team. So you have things going for you, but ultimately to trust this team by the end of this season, 3 things I need. This offensive approach being sustained, and the change being something that lasts over time and not just because you're going up against the Twins and a guy named Junk. You need somebody beyond Duran and Bolin to emerge in the bullpen. And finally, I need to see you against teams above 500 show up. That's what I need by the end, to feel like I could have my trust issues fixed.
Well, that's great. I think we're all going to ride with you on that to a point. There are a lot more people that are biased and diehards that just won't move off of the fact.
That's fine.
Hey, look, it's each
I'm
their
not
own.
here to tell you how to feel.
Did get a tweet here from Jason. He checks it. He says, if the Phillies are going to make the playoffs, they will definitely earn it. Look at their schedule in September versus Padres. Phillies left themselves no wiggle room if they have a bad week in September. So to your point, I think that's going to check one box. I'm comfortable saying that the first box is going to be, it will stay checked with the approach at the plate because it's working. It is working. As long as they continue to beat this into their head every single game, every single new series, I think that approach will stay consistent. The bullpen, your guess is as good as mine. Is there an arm that's going to come up from the Lehigh Valley, from any of these minor league spots, that will catch a cup of coffee, that could slide into a role? But then you're dancing with the devil because you're going to put him into a high-pressure situation, and you could have an Orion Kirkring spot like we saw last year.
Surely they would never have a guy that has good stuff in the minor leagues come up late in the season and play a massive role on a pennant team. That never would happen, or a pennant contending team. I want to go to Mr. Locked On here, Locked On Phillies, Connor Thomas, about Alex McFarland. Your feelings on the idea of bringing him up and letting him loose?
Guy chucks it. I mean, that's all you need to see, right? Guy throws gas. And right now, there is nobody you feel confident enough about outside of Bolin and Duran to restrict him from coming up. I wouldn't trust him if this was the 24 or 25 Phillies bullpen where you had a really good regular season bullpen. And you're like, hey, we have all these guys, and maybe we take a shot on somebody. Like that Kirkring thing you did in 23 was out of necessity a little bit. This feels very much the same to me, where it's like, okay, he throws hard. He can't be worse than some of the guys who Chase Sugart or Lazar or Backus.
Yeah, Lazar's sanity's over.
The guys that we've had up here this year, I'd rather take the chance on the young guy. Now, I'm not throwing him leverage yet. Like, he's got to earn his way to leverage.
Well, here's the problem. If he's going to earn his way to leverage, the time to bring him up and have him start pitching in the major leagues was probably 2 weeks ago. Like,
yeah.
You think we're out of time?
I don't think we're out of time, but if you're going to do it, you might as well have done it at this point.
The level of competition.
Once you got past the deadline, It was all right. You're not hiding him in the minor leagues to deal. Like, there was the whole he's in Double-A because he's going to inflate his numbers. They're going to use him in a trade package because this is a guy that you could end up, flipping and someone sees value in. That time is past. Yeah. If you want this guy to be a contributor to your organization this year, it's no longer going to be by trade. It's going to be by doing it on the field at the major league level. And if you're going to take the chance, would I like to see him as compared to some of the names you just threw out there as just an opportunity to see what he's got? I mean, sure, if someone's going to blow a game, I'd rather it be a guy that I haven't seen do it before than someone I've seen do it before.
Yeah, the problem is heading into the deadline, you were ice cold as a team. Coming out of the deadline, you were ice cold again. Since the All-Star break, you've been pretty much freezing cold for a large part of it.
12 of the last 16, they've scored 5+ runs.
Damn
We're back.
right.
And guess what? Those 12 of the last 16, have they been with Alex McFarland on the team? I'm not saying it's him.
Oh, he's not going to save the season.
No.
Just need him to save the pen a little bit.
Actually got a ring to it. Alex McFarland saves the season. I mean, Corn Bats saved the season. Why can't he save the season?
Sounds like a
Disney movie.
Yeah. Nice work, boys. Nice work.
You and I watch way too many Disney
Hey.
movies as kids.
All right, Rookies. Or The Rookie, excuse me, right?
Yep.
That was a good movie out in Wrigley. Yeah. Actually interviewed that dude. That was the
Really?
dude. That was the dude from American Pie.
Who, Henry Rowan?
There you go. Nice work by you.
Who haven't you interviewed?
The list is a lot
No,
longer.
I had a beer with that guy actually in Center City once.
All right, quickly.
Steve Nash was just sitting there alone, and next thing you know,
That was a good time. That was a
two
cool
of us
story.
were drawing up offenses for the Nets.
Unbelievable. Guy was 2-time MVP. Anyways, real quick on this.
Not if you ask Shaq.
The offensive approach, is it sustainable? And I just want to bring this up. I'm curious because I think this is a good question for everybody, including both of you guys. It's like, what else do you need to see? If this has been something that's been consistent for the last 16 days, or 16 games, excuse me, plus, because it even goes into July to a point, right? Like, when will you say, okay, there is something different happening here? Oh, by the way, they're winning. With that being said, too, Bryce Harper, because he is the guy leading the charge. It's Bryce's team. We know that. So he's going up there, working 88 walks this year. I don't know if he's on pace to break his 130 mark, which is his career high in 2018 with the Nationals. But it says something where your leader is out there and he's doing that. That's his approach, where he is confident enough that, you know what, if I get on base via the walk, whoever else is behind me, as long as it's not Alec Boehm, they're going to produce. They're going to get together.
All right, now here, timeout, because we could get to this now about Alec Boehm. If you're going to tell me that you would love what the offense has done over the last 2 weeks and that you feel like this offensive philosophy change has worked, how can we leave Alec Boehm out of credit here? If you believe that this offense has legitimately changed and that they are going to be something different for the postseason, Alec Boehm's been a part of that. He was a large part of the weekend. 5 hits on Saturday night, big home run on Sunday. He had the insurance run last night that ended up being the game-winning run. If we're going to throw credit around, I don't want to say unfortunately because it sounds like a bash to the guy, but kind of unfortunately, like you got to at least give credit to Alec Boehm. If we're talking about this wholesale change offensively, he's been a part of it. I have to throw him in there.
You have to.
Right? I have to acknowledge it, even if I was the guy that was like, hey, I'm cool if Harper goes back to first base and we keep the guy on the bench.
Yeah, we went through the numbers yesterday. He's been dynamic.
Yeah.
He's been awesome.
So how do you resolve the two?
I don't know if I could bank on the consistency from Alec Boehm. That's the issue. That's where it comes. Yeah, he's seeing the ball really well right now, and there's ebbs and flows into a season. I'm not here to deny that. 162 is the long way to go, but Alec Boehm, I'm a little less confident to sit here and say that, you know what, he's going to stand and deliver. This was a guy that was just bumped to the 8 spot.
Right.
I believe that's when he really started to find the groove, is when he bumped to the 8. Next thing he's moving around. I have never given up on Alec Boehm. I have not been like you on PHL 17 last Friday where you said trade him, I believe, right?
I mean, I didn't say trade him because we can't.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I said sit him.
Sit him.
Yeah, I want Harper back at first. Don't break Harper's knees over the fact that.
Okay, so I did put words in your mouth there. Sorry. I wouldn't disagree with that.
Now you can.
That's been my big take, is that you don't have to lock into him being your everyday first baseman. If you sit Alec Boehm for a game, not such a big deal. It really isn't. But in their minds, the way that they shuffle the defense around.
Right, this is defensive Jenga is what it is. You're taking this out here, you're trying to put it here. I'm waiting for the tower to fall on this one. Like, it's defensive Jenga is what they're pulling off here.
I like Jenga.
I'm a big fan of Jenga.
Now,
you a Jenga guy?
Yeah, I like Jenga a little bit.
There's hold up, because there's 2 Jengas. Actually, there's 3. Well, you have the Jenga that is at your house, and you're playing it regular size. It comes in the cardboard box.
Right.
And then you got the ones at the bars that are the huge 2x4 blocks.
Yeah, I don't like bars that have that.
Yeah, because when they crash, they make the big noise.
It's not even that. Drunk people with 2x4s, I'm not in on. I'm very much out on that.
It's a smart take. Wait, so what's the third Jenga?
The one where they write sexual endeavors on it, and you got to.
How many of those parties you been to?
Yeah, a couple. Not you? No. Just me?
I missed the sexual Jenga. I guess our generation stopped that. Well, actually, how about that? Great segue into with the thing that got delivered into my inbox this morning, because apparently I'm subscribed to New York Times email notifications. The headline, Gen Zers are ditching sex. They might be onto something.
Yo.
It's like, well, guess we got no shot around here.
Yeah, I'm not buying into that.
Not drinking, not leaving home.
Yeah.
Like,
that's going to mess with your sex life. You're right.
That's fair.
Yeah.
One of the big things of, you know what?
Well, just go buy the Jenga game
home.
I'm talking about. That's all. There's
Send me the
dirty.
link.
There's a lot of dirty games out there.
You send me the link. I'm just not going to click it while I'm in this building.
No, do not. I'm gone fishing.
All right. Let's go. I see we got some of the Davis Honda text line. Let's go voice memo on the Phillies. What do we got from the Davis Honda text line? Feel the Davis difference at Davis Honda in Burlington.
All right, we got Matt from Percy here with the voice memo.
For me to be fully back in with the Phils, I'm not out, but I really do need to see a consistent approach, or this new approach that they all of a sudden have learned, aside from my point. I need to see the continued approach, and I just need to see some semblance of a bullpen that knows what they're doing. And that's it. Pretty simple, man.
If you're a simple man, it's not really a simple ask. Like, again, we're expecting this bullpen to turn into something it hasn't been.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah. But to the point of the approach at the plate one last time, as I said with Bryce Harper, leading the charge, you're seeing it from Mr. Captain, the showman himself. Like, okay, we know what Bryce is capable of. Here he is working that walk, seeing some extra pitches. That's got to register inside the clubhouse because it is being a successful approach. With that being said, do you know the all-time leader for walks in a season for this franchise? If you had to guess, and I will tell you that it is somewhat, I don't know if recent is the word I would use, but like
my lifetime. Oh, no, it's not my lifetime.
1980 plus.
1980. Lenny?
That is correct.
Wow, okay.
Ding,
We say
ding,
nails.
ding. 129 in 1993. Loved Lenny Dykstra. Absolutely loved him leading off. He led
Which
the
Lenny? The player?
Yeah, the guy that was on the field, yeah. He also led the National League that year in hits, 194, and runs scored, 143. He finished as the NL MVP runner-up. I don't remember that.
Who was the 93 NL MVP?
Off the top of the head, I would say Barry Bonds.
That's feels like a pretty solid guess.
I'd imagine that's a safe bet.
I would give it to you on that.
What?
Was it? It was.
Barry Bonds was, 1993.
Yeah.
Lenny Dykstra. So Bonds won with 372. Lenny Dykstra, 267. David Justice and Fred McGriff, both with the Atlanta Braves. Incredible.
Crime dog.
Dude, if Lenny would have won the NL MVP,
he'd have to come back alumni weekend, right?
It would have been sold by now. For damn sure.
That's true. Who was I played on News at Noon? Like Michael Porter Jr. saying he'd sell his ring? Yeah. All right, real quick, just because I saw this and I took the bait this morning, and we're going to get into the Eagles coming up. Alec Boehm, this is the headline I saw that got me, and shame on me. Alec Boehm, Philly's latest scapegoat, nears the end of his run as a Philly. Appreciate him. And he's compared to Tobias Harris, Andre Iguodala, and Shane Gostisbehere. I'm going to focus on the Tobias Harris comparison because I think it's an apt one. I think it's a great, great comparison. If you can't figure it out at this point about why people don't appreciate Alec Boehm for who he is a guy that has been miscast in the role that this team needs him to play. They have needed a big right-handed bat throughout this entire run, pretty much since Rhys Hoskins went down in spring training of 23. And Alec Boehm, since he came up in 2020, was a 6'5" corner infielder that you were hoping would develop into that big right-handed bat. One of the big numbers that is always thrown around when it comes to Alec Boehm is the runs batted in, which is a congrats, you have elite hitters ahead of you. Kyle Schwarber, look at his on-base percentage. The guy gets on base. Bryce Harper, his time in Philadelphia. Guy's been on base. When Bohm hits in the 4 or 5 spot, he's going to have a lot of opportunities to drive guys in. And credit to him, you want to go with the batting average, runner in scoring position through his career? Sure. Good job on you. Runs batted in, great stat for Alec Bohm. Pretty much everything else you can leave at the front door here with his ability to field his position. He's become an average third baseman. They now need him to be a first baseman, which I'm not convinced he's going to be. And they've really needed him to be that big right-handed bat, which he hasn't been through this stretch for this team. The Tobias Harris comparison's great because with Tobias Harris, you needed him to be a third max player, which he wasn't. Tobias Harris, yeah, he was out there every game, which is outlined in this story. But ultimately, when it came to the postseason, was he going to be the difference maker that got you over the top? No, we knew that. With Alec Bohm, has he been that difference maker? His best season as a Philadelphia Philly, he was benched in the postseason. That's why he's underappreciated. I don't know why I have to explain that in the calendar year 2026. I don't know why I have to be told to appreciate Alec Bohm. But ultimately, what he's been is a fine floor guy. You know the floor of the team you can have with Alec Bohm at third base. The question is, if he wasn't there, what would be the other option that puts this team over the top? We don't have an answer to that, and we're not going to have an answer to that till 2027. We probably won't have an answer to that till it's too late. He's been a fine player. But I don't need to be told to appreciate Alec Bohm at this point in his time in his Philadelphia tenure. If you don't see the shortcomings, congrats on being blinded. I don't know what to tell you.
Alec Bohm is the Tobias Harris of the Phillies. I mean, what did he do to deserve that? That's my number one question. You know, the man is actually coming through, and now he is going to have to apologize. Anytime you bring up Tobias Harris, it's never good.
I think it's an apt comparison.
Yeah, hang on.
Works for me.
Yeah.
What do you mean the guy's coming through? He's hit 273 in his career in the regular season.
No, we're talking about this last 2-week stretch. If he hasn't had this solid 2-week
I
stretch,
remember being told
this
to
article
vote-
is not even being written.
I remember being told to vote Tobias Harris to be an all-star. Everyone has their stretches here.
Yes, that is true.
Alec Bohm, listen, and we did this on Middays with Marks when the whole deadline happened. It's like, all right, do we have to bash the guy? Like, he is what he is. I know what Alec Bohm is. Don't tell me to appreciate him. Oh, he's so absolutely. What the guy has been one of the least productive players in the sport up until this 2-week stretch. He's an average defender to below average defender at third base, and he's playing a new position at first base that none of us are convinced he could play. Like, give me a break.
I don't even care about this year. Like, do you know what he hits career postseason? 225. He's nearly 50 points lower in the postseason. That's why I'm not excited about this from Alec Bohm, because every time he gets into those big spots in the postseason, he's coming up small for a team that really needs him.
Also, by the way, that doesn't discount that entire side of the infield. The shortstop's getting paid $300 million. Like, he also needs to be that right-handed bat for this team. Now, he's not going to be the power bat for this team, but you signed him with the paycheck of MVP Trey Turner. Won a batting title last year. That's great. Both of those guys are flawed defensive players that right now they have gone out of their way to ensure both of them stay in the lineup, which I was never advocating to take Turner out of the lineup, but both stay in the lineup, and for Turner, stay in a position he's comfortable in. Like, there's reasons why this team falls short. Both of them could fit in there. Sorry, I just saw the appreciate him, and it was 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, well, I'm not going back to bed. I was like, now I'm upset.
4 straight wins, boys. We're on a heater.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I just saw. Don't look at Arise's postseason numbers. Colby, don't do that to me in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, we know that.
Focus on someone else.
We know that.
All right. From me being upset to the internet being upset at Sean Brace. It took us 24 hours, Sean Brace. We made waves. What you said was that the Eagles were going to win 4 games, right?
Oh, you would have thought I said that.
Yeah. We'll recap what Sean Brace said yesterday that apparently is inciting. It's apparently hot take radio.
But it also comes back to a lot of people as far as the psyche is concerned with Eagles fans. And that's where I think I do have a legitimate issue. And I'll just leave it at that for right now.
All right. We'll get to that coming up next.
Let's get deep.
He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunne. This is Brace and Dunne, 97.5. I didn't think this was going to make the rotator. And
Well,
a segment after we talked about Drake.
That's the great Matt Menard. That's what it comes down to.
Oh,
Who, oh, by the way, got him working hard behind the scenes. Coming up, 11:30. Live, laugh, LeBron.
I cannot wait for Live Laugh LeBron coming up.
You're going to
at
love it.
11:30.
It's going to be fun.
I also can't wait to the fight we're going to have in the 1 o'clock hour for Flow Rider. Because I'm just save it because we're going to break into it right now, and I'm not going to have this fight with you right now. I'm about to get to the
Flo Rida, the artist.
Yes, not Florida.
The rapper.
Yes,
The pop artist.
the artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on with Flo Rida?
He's performing tonight.
Where?
Phillies game, post game.
Oh!
Yeah, your game ticket's your concert ticket, Sean Brace.
that? Now, do you go down in the field and?
I feel like you have to get the special ticket for that.
Oh,
Right?
If only you knew somebody.
Yeah.
You could probably pull a string or two.
It's Ray Dunne.
No. I have no connections.
It's the
I don't
great
even
Ray
know how I
Dunne.
ended up ended.
Next thing you know, he ends up on the Jumbotron as Yukon Jack.
Yukon Cornelius.
Yukon Cornelius. Yukon Jack is a good bar. Also, I think a liquor. Yeah, I think Yukon Jack.
Feel
is a
fact
liquor.
on that one. I'll look it up for you.
Yukon Jack is a liquor. I think it's
Whiskey.
in the territory of Southern Comfort. In that-
High proof Canadian whiskey and honey liquor.
There you go.
Oh, I only know Yukon Gold's a potato.
that?
And a Yukon Gold.
A lot of Yukons out there.
All right. Well, we're gonna shoot Yukon Jack before one of the shows coming up.
Yeah, I like your style there.
Before Sixers Raptors. We'll get into the Canadian liquor
There you go.
after Not Like Us plays. All right. We're going to switch gears here. We'll get back into some Philly stuff coming up later on the 11 o'clock hour. Yesterday, we had the, preseason game happened conversation. And, Sean was forcing excitement over a preseason game. I get it. Nobody wants to admit that they're less enthusiastic about the preseason nowadays. It's fine. You can do your boys of fall stuff. I'm not going to rain on your parade too much today. But we stumbled into the one big overreaction from Sean Brace from the game yesterday.
Mhm.
And for you, it was the wide receiver room. Do we have the audio of Sean Brace yesterday? This is what right now has people mad.
My concern is the receiver room. Mekhi Lemon, first-round pick, I get it. Already missing valuable time. That is not something that you want to deal with at this point in time. Hollywood Brown, 29 years old. He's got availability issues. Wicks, interesting name there, but regardless, again, you got Cooper, you got Elijah Moore. I get the veteran leadership there, but outside of Devontae Smith, who's the guy? Who should we trust? Is it too early to ask that question? These are the issues that right now that I think we have to be realistic with and say, you know what, this could be an area of concern when this season does get started.
I'm sweating, dude.
Wow.
That was a scorcher.
That was a hot take.
Woo. I'm dying over
That
here.
just melted the microphone.
I can't believe. So, yesterday, and Connor, were you also a collab on this on Instagram?
I was, yes.
Do you have Instagram notifications on?
I do, but I get a bunch of them that I don't really read.
Got it.
I need to get better at that.
No, that's fine. Honestly, keep with it. Because I saw, and I was like, something we did yesterday caught storm because I just kept getting the Sean Brace and 10 others. Sean
Correct.
Brace and 20 others have commented on your reel. And I was like, what did Sean say? And I didn't remember anything inciting coming out about that. But that was captioned, there's plenty to be concerned about with the Eagles wide receiver room. And the people were not pleased with you.
That is correct. And first of all, I like to stay involved with the people, so make sure you follow, subscribe, all that good stuff like LeBron James would say. Subscribe and rate, review.
Yep.
Yeah, look, when it comes down to it, I think Eagles fans, my vibe right now is there are a lot of Eagles fans that are falling into two categories. Too comfortable, too confident. One or the other. Now, there's always the naysayers. There's always the negative Nancy's.
Okay.
I'm not here to deny that. But for the majority of people right here, right now, are too comfortable or too confident. And I'm not trying to pitch the idea that the sky is going to fall from the jump. I'm not. I'm not even going to try to pitch you the idea that they're not going to win the division to get back into the playoffs, that this team is not a contender. That's not what I'm doing. I'm having an honest discussion where I am talking about one situation on this team, which is clearly an area of concern for a lot of people that cover the team, not just me. I had one guy saying, you're not even down there. What are you talking about? You don't have to be down there. Look at the depth chart. You are putting expectations on a guy like Hollywood Brown, who might as well be the fourth wide receiver, but he got paid $5 million. He's not getting cut with that contract, correct, Ray?
I would think not.
I don't think he's going to get cut,
Right.
right? You have
There's a lot of receivers, though.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, well then who are the wide receivers that are going to make plays opposite of Devontae Smith? That's what it comes down to. Like, I believe in Devontae Smith. I think he is a bona fide one wide receiver.
Right, if you're talking about beyond him.
He's not unstoppable, though. I don't think this is a guy that can go out there and catch you.
So is this specifically in the wide receiver room, or are you opening this up to the entire team?
I am opening up to the entire team.
So the question for people out there, are Eagles fans too comfortable right now?
Too confident?
All right. So get into that 610-632-0975, because I understand your concern of wide receiver. Both of us sat here. Connor said on a scale of 0 to 5, it was a -1 in terms of a hot take on this team.
Is what I said yesterday.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I thought that was a level-headed conversational piece that really didn't have much to do with preseason game 1, Ray.
No, it didn't. But it has to do with the fact, all right, Devontae Smith, and then a rookie, and then a guy the Packers were willing to part with.
Yep.
You want to go Hollywood Brown and Elijah Moore? Those resumes speak for themselves at this point.
Absolutely.
And the camp darling of Darius Cooper. That's that. Out of that group, you need someone to emerge. We all agreed by the end.
They said I was a diva.
Needed to end. We needed that to be the end, that it had to happen.
They said I was a diva.
Eventually, I got to the point where I was, all right, even me who wanted everyone to go to couples therapy, make up, and work with one another again next year, just never was going to happen.
Correct.
With that means you have to replace him. So the question for people out there, are Eagles fans too comfortable or too confident right now with the whole state of the team at 610-632-0975? Because someone echoed your concerns. Tim McManus was on this morning with Marks and Salciunas and echoed those concerns. We'll play that for you coming up.
Nice.
On top of that, we need to figure out our alignment. It is a new program. We have two voices of the Middays that have been here. We have one that is now here in Connor Thomas. Club Hurts has taken over the world. But how do we align Club Hurts within the three of us? Connor Thomas told us he's opening up a third establishment. I don't know what that means.
Number 3.
I'm very confused.
Can't wait for this.
I don't know.
I'm very confused. As for you and I, both Club Hurts members,
Nice.
how does that work?
You're still a card-carrying member?
I am.
I didn't know if
I
you were
still
going
have the card.
I didn't know if you were going to switch up on me.
Well, we have to work in our alignment here as a show.
Understood.
We'll get into that and what Mike Sando had to say about Jalen Hurts. Coming up next, he's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunne. Brace and Dunne, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
The Phillies make it 4 straight. I'm Connor Thomas, and this update is brought to you by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance. With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. The Phillies made it 4 straight victories yesterday with a 6-5 win over the Marlins last night. 9 different Phillies had hits in the game, and 5 different hitters had RBIs as the offensive turnaround continued. Christopher Sanchez battled the 6 innings of 1-run ball, earning his MLB leading 16th win of the year. There was also a controversial foul call in the 7th inning that was overturned, but kept the Marlins from potentially scoring an extra run. Don Mattingly talked about it after.
You know, it's tough to just give them the third run when you don't see the play. It's hard to assume that, you know, he's going to score from there and give the third run. Wouldn't have been shocked if they gave it to him, but glad they didn't.
It was a break for the Phils, and Game 2 is tonight at 6:40, as hopefully they don't need a break with Zach Wheeler on the mound. He'll face Cade Gibson in the pitching matchup. The Eagles have a walkthrough today before heading up to New England for joint practices with the Patriots, and we have a lot that we're going to get into on that this week. Union host Inter Miami tomorrow night, looking to continue their hot streak. Also made a big signing today. Center back Mark McKenzie comes back to Philadelphia. Jeff Mosher of Inside the Birds will join us at 1. This update's also brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries, and they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone with AutoZone. I'm Connor Thomas for the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic, and The Fanatic.
Brown was such a big part of this offense, and it was just such a luxury for Hurts if you get into a third and long or whatever the case may be. It's like, all right, I have Brown. I know that he can win his one-on-ones. I have a comfort level with him, and we can just rock and roll that way. You take that away, and of course you have to have questions. As much as this city has been sort of convincing itself like, who needs AJ? Let's see what that ends up looking like. Now, Devontae Smith, I believe, is a number one wide receiver. Mekhi Lemon has been ramping up, and we have seen some flashes from Dontavian Wicks. And so, when I look at it from a depth perspective and you see Hollywood Brown as like your fourth or fifth option, that's not bad. It's just more of a matter of you're just not as loaded up top as you once were.
Oh, yeah, they didn't need him. They said he was a diva.
Uh-huh.
Now Sean Brace is pining for him. Hello, welcome back into Brace and Dunne. I'm Ray Dunne. Sean Brace yesterday saying the wide receiver room was a concern. Today, Tim McManus, who you just heard echoing that on Marks and Salciunas. Tim McManus going to be a part of our program on Fridays during football season.
Love Timmy.
Which has long been the tradition here on Middays. Glad to see that continue. So look forward to talking to T-Mac coming up Fridays during football season. So you posed the question of whether or not people are too comfortable or too confident in the Birds. And you're welcome to get on that 610-632-0975. I don't think they are. I really don't. I understand this should be a concern to people, who the number 2 wide receiver is going to be. And the pass catchers, the whole new offense. You're very much inclined to have questions about it. It bothers me, the response you got yesterday about this, that people sit there and say, well, why do you question anything? Why even engage in sports if the entire thing is blind faith? To me, that's just ridiculous. If you go into a season you know what? I don't have any question marks. I've got questions about the middle of this defense. I said it yesterday. I got questions about who's going to play next to Zach Ball, and I got questions about the safety room. That's fair. I think in my mind, at least, I think that's fair. I have questions about how healthy Grenard will be and how that'll impact the edge rusher room. I'm curious how the whole new offense looks. I'm curious about the health of the offensive line. I could walk you down 6, 7, 8 questions of yeah, this could be a concern for this team coming up this season. That's fair. I think that's ultimately fair. I think the only thing that stops this team from being a double-digit win team is the health of the offensive line totally collapsing and them having more health issues than they had last year.
Yeah.
That's what I think keeps them dead. So maybe I'm too comfortable and too confident right there because I'm really struggling to see a world in which they're under 500 that doesn't have to do with health.
Yeah, and that's a whole different conversation. So I'm not trying to pitch any negativity here either, but what I am trying to say is I'm not exactly all that lock, stock, and barrel confident that this team is going to come out the chute rolling, especially with the new offensive coordinator, especially with changing everything that Jalen has been somewhat comfortable in the past few seasons, right? There's a whole new offense. We've been told that. Yep. Jalen has said it. Nick Sirianni has said it, and here we go. Sean Mannion has said it as well. I guess the counter I would say is, are there actually teams with cleaner reasons to feel confident right now versus the conversation about the Eagles? And my point is, every team has issues. Every team has question marks. The one team I'm even trying to sell you right now is the odds-on favorite in the LA Rams. But will they be without their number 1 wide receiver? That's a question mark at this point in time. Puka, yeah, we don't know if Aaron Donald's coming back. If he does, it's going to be trouble. However, still, though, that's up for a conversation. So there are question marks with every team. But for my money, where I'm at with the Eagles, I am not comfortable. I am somewhat confident. I'm sure as hell not too confident. Because I'll tell you right now, that's going to be a tough game, week 1 against the Commanders at home. Then you go on the road, back-to-back weeks against the Tennessee Titans, which I'm not trying to sell them as anything other than an automatic win for the Eagles. However, that is a road game in game 2. Is it their home opener? I think it's their home opener. They open up against the Jets, the Tennessee Titans. So that is a home opener for the Tennessee Titans. It's going to be hot. It's going to be Nashville. People will be all fired up. Man, and then game 3 is Monday Night Football against the Chicago Bears. This is not me.
You have winning the Super Bowl.
This is not me trying to say that the sky is falling. There is a lot that needs to happen from the beginning for this team to open up with success. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
You could sell me on a slow start, for sure. You absolutely could.
But that matters.
It does. It absolutely does. And I don't think that fans of this team, however, are wrong for having watched 2 years ago them get off to a slow start, go 2-2, never really develop a consistent passing offense and find a way to win. Do I think that's their way to win this year? No. I don't think that's a sustainable recipe to go win a Super Bowl again. But what has been the one constant? And I'm not trying to stage the coup here. I'm not trying to take out the leader of Club Hurts. That's not what I'm trying to do right now. All right, Connor?
Secret Service is going to come for you, man.
I'm not trying to take out the leader.
I got my Club Hurts flagpole. All right.
I'm not trying to cause
I got
a
my
division
mask
amongst all of us. However, when it comes to this team over the last 5 years, what has been the one constant? We see them in the postseason. Whether or not they've been, go 2021, whether they weren't a contender, they were just happy to be there. No one's going to be happy to be there right now.
Mm-hmm.
If they lose in the first round the same way they did last year, no one's going to be happy with that. We know what the standard is for this team. I think that there are people that are too comfortable, maybe in the sense of like this is going to be a good team and not asking themselves what's going to make this a great team. Because I think that question about the wide receiver room and the pass catchers is the difference between being a good team and a great team. I think there is already a standard, and sorry to use the word standard there, but kind of a standard for where this team's going to be. You know how good of a coach Vic Fangio is on that defensive side. They were able to win 11 games last year, and they had 2 games in the season where they didn't complete a pass in the second half.
Yeesh.
They looked ugly offensively through most of last season.
Yep.
They won 11 games. There are question marks on the defensive side, question marks on the offensive side, but it does kind of feel like they have a built-in floor of what this team can be. And to me, that's a team that's above 500 that's contending to go to the postseason. Like, that's why I think people are comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Are people too comfortable? Sure, because I don't think they're asking that question of going from good to great.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. And, it's a little bit of an issue. And I'd be interested to do the exercise of going down some of the teams and saying, like, should you be confident that team is absolutely going to make the playoffs? Because every team does have a little bit of a question mark, especially at this point in time. I will say this, though, boys, Club Hurts was built on one thing and one thing only, and that's loyalty. There's 0 treason here, all right? 0. So I want to put that out there for everybody right now. I stand by my guy. I believe in my guy. He is the Super Bowl MVP. He is a man who outplayed Patrick Mahomes on the grand stage, not once, but 2 times. He is the QB1. Now, the only thing we were missing was my theme music.
Yeah,
we'll work that out. Yeah, thank you. That's all right, Connor. That's good.
It's a learning moment for all of us here. We'll get to the Mike Sando audio from The Athletic. He was on with Ross Tucker. We'll get to that in a matter of moments.
No treason here.
I want to get to the Davis Honda text line. What do we got on the Davis Honda text line? Feel the Davis difference at Davis Honda in Burlington on the Eagles.
Yeah, we have a check-in here on the conversation about the confidence. And Jim in Nazareth checks in, says, I don't think Eagles fans are too comfortable. If anything, I'd say fans are too paranoid and are overreacting to a game where 80% of the players will be working at Walmart next month.
So, yeah, so this is the weird middle ground maybe that I'm occupying right now. Is there anyone too paranoid over what they saw Saturday? Did anyone come out of Saturday like this team's cooked? I came out of that game like, man, if all the backups play every week, we're screwed.
I did tweet season's over.
Yeah.
So that might be on me.
That's right. Yeah.
Hand up.
Yeah, you did tweet that Bohm stinks last night, too, and then he ended up with that base hit.
No, but I think to be real, I know we're having some fun, but that's part of my reasoning, my rationale, is because you see how difficult it's going to be with a brand new offensive coordinator. Oh, by the way, this guy, first time calling plays. Right? What is he doing? Connor, what's he doing? He's going up to the booth.
Yeah.
He wants a new angle.
Stop. Oh. This was something he was going to do before last week.
That's fine, but this is what I'm talking about with experience. This guy doesn't know Sean Mannion doesn't know where he wants to be. Like, these are the things he's going to have to figure out.
Right.
And the issue is you can't open up in the NFL and lose week after week, and all of a sudden you're 0-2, 0-3, and then think that everything is going to come out in the end with a Super Bowl championship.
Well, he's trying it out just to see how it feels, just a little bit.
And that's good. I want him to. But he is going to experience being an offensive play caller in the NFL for the first time during the regular season.
Okay, here's what's restricted Jalen Hurts in his career. There have been 2 things that have stopped him from being a winner, and it's incompetence at the offense coordinator spot, or it's health. And I'm not talking about his health necessarily, the health of the offensive line, which is hugely important. Do we think that Sean Mannion is the level of incompetence of Kevin Patullo or Brian Johnson?
There you go.
Hell no.
If we're
Then we're good.
Right. That's kind of where I want to, like, I understand being concerned about where they're at as a team offensively because of the personnel that's changed and because this guy's never called plays. But if Sean Mannion is a pole vaulter and he has to get over the bar at which Kevin Patullo set for him last year, I can pole vault over that ball.
Oh, don't be no.
I'm not saying I'm saying
Have you ever
athletically.
pole vaulted
I
before?
have,
Oh.
yeah. Not well. I was a track guy. You think I didn't try everything with track?
That's terrifying
You
to me.
pole
I would
vaulted.
never do that.
Yeah, because the bar was set where Kevin Patullo set it last year. It was set very low for me as a pole vaulter.
So you are one of these guys that gets the pole and you run down and hit the hole.
I lasted one day. Why? Because I stunk at it. But what I'm telling
But
you
did
is,
you go over?
no, I
Did you hit the hole?
pole.
Did you hit the
I
hole?
I hit the pole.
Jesus. I don't know if you could pay me to pole vault, even if like I had athletic days.
I tried that one day at track. They told me to come back for hurdles. I never showed back up for hurdles. I
No.
stunk.
Hurdles was terrible.
There's a reason why I wanted to talk and not actually do it. I wasn't athletic. But I'm telling you, where they set the pole, where they set the bar that day for me in the pole vaulting is where the bar is set right now for Sean Mannion to get over for Kevin Patullo.
Connor.
That's what I'm saying about this offense, why I'm not losing my mind about this guy not having called plays.
Connor, there's a moat around 97.5 the Fanatic. There's a moat with alligators, right? And you have to pole vault your way into the building. And let's say it's like a 6-7 foot wide gap.
Oh, I clear that jump.
You do? No, I don't want you to jump. I want you to. You got to pole vault. You got one rule. You got to use the stick. You got to use the wood.
We're talking life or death here?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm picking a different career. I'm sorry.
You got to get over them gators.
I love this place. I like the first day of this show and what we've done in the first hour and change here. If there's an alligator between me and this job, I'm sorry, but I'll see you tomorrow.
Pole vaulting. That's
Call pest control.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Pest control. Yeah.
Animal
all right.
control.
Guy showing up a little raid. All right, where is he? Where is he? Oh, there's the gator. Yeah, I'm not spraying that thing with raid.
We got them gator boys down in Florida. You dial them up. They come up
They're
here.
not coming up here.
Yeah. Dude, you don't mess with. I always love the people that are on the golf course and doing stupid things. Like there's always like the one video that will pop up. Maybe it's my algorithm, not yours. But and they throw. You know
I'm just happy there's something else in the algorithm.
and you know what they do? This is always their go-to. When they mess with gators, they think throwing a jacket over the eyes is the way to be successful in moving the gator. Now, look, I'm telling you right now, you don't want to mess with a gator because they're
No,
going to
you
do
don't want to
barrel
mess with the gator, but what do you do when you see a gator?
You don't touch it. You just mess it. You just keep it walking. You know, move along.
No, a little tap on the tail. They
Yeah.
take
Oh,
off. They're
there
more
you go.
scared
Yeah,
of you
yeah,
than
yeah.
you are of them.
I'm not tapping the tail.
Tap the tail.
Absolutely not tapping
Little tail
tail.
tap.
No tail tapping for me. Nope, I'm good. Thank you, though.
It's almost like a little dap with the gator.
Nope,
What's
nope.
up, bro? I see you. Get out of here.
Not tapping the tail.
That's the scary part about Florida is the gators are everywhere.
That's the scary part about Florida. I agree.
Yeah, the list is still, there's a couple things on that.
Yeah, Florida Gators are the top of that list for me. Yeah, I don't think I'd do well if I saw a gator. They saw a gator when I was in North Carolina. When I was working down there near the golf course, I went golfing, and I was very paranoid that entire round.
Yeah, gators are interesting.
Yeah, I
Well,
would
like
be
you
out on
see
that.
you see them in Florida everywhere. South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, where I was golfing for a little bit. They're there. They're always in the golf course in the water, but Florida, that's the crazy thing. You can't be swimming anywhere. You got to go watch out getting into the boat. Or if you're walking with your dog next to you, Johnny Gator coming up, grabbing little pooch.
Is he wearing a name tag?
Wow.
Introduce himself.
Yeah, just think of a gator having a name, Johnny Gator.
Johnny Gator.
But Patullo though was terrible. Yes,
Right.
I agree with that.
That's what. Back to that. Yes. That's why for sure. Like that's why for me, this offense right now, I'm not losing my mind.
All right.
The pass catcher's a legitimate concern. I got you. I'm not discounting the concern that you have. I'm just saying I probably feel comfortable because I saw what this offense was a year ago, and if they can't scheme themselves better than what they were a year ago, then look.
I think
help
we're
us.
all in agreement that it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
Right? Like every single season it does. They don't play preseason. I think you're starting to see a little bit of a change there. I'm cautious to say that with my chest.
Not going to happen with Sirianni.
Oh, I totally agree, and I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
I'm good. Yeah.
I don't. I'm good on that as well. Like you don't want. There's no reason for Jeremiah Love to be touching the ball 24 times in a first preseason game that he's ever played in. There's no reason for Josh Allen to even take a hit, or Jackson Dart, or so many quarterbacks played, and you're like, what are they thinking? Anything could go wrong. And if you lose your quarterback, you are done for the year. Just stupid. Dumb.
All right. Speaking of quarterbacks, what if the Eagles' offense doesn't work because of the guy that's running it? And I'm not talking about Sean Mannion. Mike Sando was on with Ross Tucker at his podcast. He was asked about the quarterback list that The Athletic put out that he was behind that also had Jalen Hurts at 17. Remember, not Jeremy Fowler's list, but the list that was published under the work that Jeremy Fowler had done. Also had Hurts at 17. Here is Mike Sando talking about Jalen Hurts.
When you go through the Hurts, exactly where he's at in this thing, I mean, I don't think anyone above him is trading their quarterback for Hurts, and there's certainly no one in the league who's like, oh my gosh, we got to play Hurts this week. Necessarily, there's respect for what he's done in the Super Bowls, but also I think understanding that there's some limitations too.
It's the same old song and dance. I mean, we've heard nothing new when it comes to addressing what Jalen Hurts is as a quarterback. Right? Like, no one's really scared of Jalen Hurts. Okay. Well, tell me the
fear is currency in the NFL.
Yeah.
I love that line.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's what
it was a great line.
It was.
It was a great line.
But it's the same stuff, different year. You know, this conversation hasn't moved since 2022. But the only thing that has since 2022 is, of course, the trophy down there at the Eagles practice facility.
Correct.
At the Jeff.
It's Lombardi, right?
So they continue to say the same stuff about him. Nobody fears him. The only thing I will say is the part of his game that was such a part of his success was running the football, was moving the chains. And I continue to go back to it that he is now a half a step slower. At least he was last year.
Apparently at, 27, 28, he's picking up speed.
Now he looks flash. Just go ahead and put a cape on him right now. Dude's like a superhero.
Yeah, Sando there is just echoing pretty much what we've heard.
Correct.
Like, I can't am I going to lose my mind again over another guy saying that teams wouldn't trade for Jalen Hurts so the teams don't fear Jalen Hurts?
I'm shocked he didn't start to go into tears there. Oh, he's a tier 2 guy. You know, like
he might have. It was a very short clip.
It's the same stuff, and it's tired. But I get it, because this is the reason why we started Club Hurts.
Yeah, now we have to figure out exactly where Club Hurts goes from here on this program, because this was the time slot in which Club Hurts originated. You are co-president, co-founder with Brendan Petrilli.
That's right.
I am a card-carrying member. I can find my card somewhere around here. I think it's in my wallet still. And Connor, you're not a card-carrying member.
No, I'm not.
We got to hook you up because that gets you a free sub of Quiznos.
Pour one out for Quiznos, man. By the way, after that came out, I went up and read out on Quiznos. So for those that missed it, they just closed the last Quiznos in Chicago. They're down to like 100 locations across the country.
All right.
If you don't remember what Quiznos is, I feel like you didn't stop at any like rest stop along. It was a rest stop type sandwich place. Apparently, they went head to head with Subway there for a little bit. They were trying to advertise against Subway, which I can't believe Subway made it out and Quiznos didn't, given all that's happened with Subway.
Yeah, but the $5 footlong, it's tough to beat.
It's the catchy song, $5 $5 footlong.
Yeah, do you want to know the terrifying truth, or you just want to go eat this underwhelming sandwich?
Are you going to sing the song about Jared? Is that what?
I'm saying that I can't believe Subway survived, and I'm reading about Quiznos being down to 100 around the country.
You know what?
Jersey Mike's is running laps around both of them at this point.
Absolutely.
So I'm good with that, but I was hurt today. I saw that about Quiznos. I can't tell you the last time I was in a Quiznos, so I've contributed to it. I went down and started reading about all of the different controversies that Quiznos has been a part of.
Uh-oh.
There's a reason why it's fallen apart. If you got 5 minutes with your day, the Wikipedia page for Quiznos is littered with legal problems, lawsuits.
Well, they're trying.
There was deaths that people blamed on. Yeah,
somebody got caught in the heater because that's what it was.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, gotcha.
No.
All right.
People blamed their working for a Quiznos franchise. Yeah,
gotcha.
Bad.
You got a lot of time on your hands if you're doing the Quiznos Wikipedia page deep
I woke
dive.
up at 5 and I read the Alec Boehm story and I was upset. And then I went and found the Quiznos tweet that they're down to 100. That the last Chicago one closed.
Getting
I looked it up.
now.
The closest one to us is in Maryland. Anyone want to go
Really?
take a?
We used to have one over there in Roxborough for a
Apparently
long time.
not.
Okay.
Apparently it's gone.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, checks out.
We got to get you a hobby.
Dude, I have no hobbies. That's actually a big problem for me. But where we were in this conversation is, are you opening up sub Hertz? Are you opening up?
Oh, sub Hertz would be great. I hear there's an opening in the market now with Quiznos,
Right.
but we're not doing sub Hertz. It's close to that. So you guys are club Hertz. You're partying. That is the all the way in. If you're going to the club, you're getting dressed up. You're dressed to the nines. You got the bottle service. You got the sparklers. You got a sign saying Super Bowl MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I love that for you guys. I'm not a club guy.
Ooh.
I'm more of a pub guy. I'm more of the corner of the bar. Just sit down there, get me a Guinness. Let's just have something easy and let's talk about it. I'm not going all the way. So we're opening up Pub Hertz, a third location next to Club Objective Hertz that Andrew Salciunas has in the morning, and then the true Club Hertz. This is the spot. It's the entry point for your night. If you're not ready to take the leap to Club Hertz, which I'm not sure if I'm there yet, you can come to Pub Hertz, have a couple, and then see if you want to get after it that night.
Yeah, so this is just Objective Club Hertz, but I don't want to be a part of Objective Club Hertz.
No, I like it. I dig it.
No,
Yeah.
because I think I'm further down the line than Objective Club Hertz. Like, I'm pre-gaming Club Hertz.
There you
I'm
go.
just, I'm at the pub.
And he said Guinness. You can get yourself a nice cold beverage there. I'm afraid I'm going to lose you now. That's the only issue because you're not a bottle service type of guy. You're not the guy behind the velvet rope, right? So I don't want to lose you to Pub Hertz.
You're
gotta
not
stay
losing
with
me. Pub Hertz just sounds like I don't really want to go to Objective Club Hertz, and
No.
I'm gonna be a part of what you guys are doing.
Objective Club Hertz opens way too early. It's those hours are a little funky right now.
But Pub Hertz is early onset Objective Club Hertz.
No,
is what
this
it
is great because there are going to be certain days where we come in after a great game by Jalen Hurts, and I can say, you know what? This is a night where when we get done at the pub, when 10 o'clock or 11 rolls around,
Come
or
on
whenever people
down.
go to clubs, we're going over to the club tonight.
That's it.
That's
I'll
it.
pop by.
I might just be staying in Hertz. Too many options. All right, coming up, we're gonna have the debut of Live, Laugh, LeBron.
That's right.
Coming up at 11:30. Sean Brace, what are the people in for?
Well, it is a wonderful thing that the King, His Highness, does, and he shares a ton of inspirational messages via Instagram. Some that are borderline 14-year-old boy type deals, which is funny. But again, we're going to have some fun with LeBron James and his Instagram with some of the inspirational messages that he delivers on a daily basis via IG stories.
All right, stay tuned for that. Here on Brace It Done, 97.5, The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Another win for the Phils. I'm Connor Thomas, and the Phils made it 4 straight with a 6-5 victory over the Marlins last night. 9 different Phillies batters had hits in the game, and 5 different guys had RBIs as the offensive turnaround in the month of August has continued. Christopher Sanchez had a bit of a tougher start than usual, but he still got through 6 innings of 1-run ball, earning his MLB-leading 16th win of the year. It didn't hurt that there was a controversial foul call in the 7th inning that kept the Marlins from potentially scoring an extra run. So sometimes you need a little bit of help. Hey, the Phils will take it with the wins that they need to make the postseason. Game 2 is tonight at 6:40. Zach Wheeler faces Cade Gibson. The Eagles have a walkthrough today before heading up to New England for joint practices with the Patriots. Tim McManus joined Marks and Salciunas this morning, talked about the questions at the receiver position.
Brown was such a big part of this offense, and it was just such a luxury for Hurts. You take that away, and of course you have to have questions. Let's see what that ends up looking like.
Of course, there will be plenty of conversation about A.J. Brown this week when the Eagles take on his new team. Union hosts Inter Miami tomorrow night, looking to continue their hot streak. They also signed center back Mark McKenzie coming back to the organization. That's a big ad for them. Jeff Mosher of Inside the Birds, he's a big ad for the show today. He'll join us at 1 p.m. This update is brought to you by the Borgata Hotel, Casino, and Spa. Don't miss Borgata's $1 Million Summer Showdown. 2 lucky players will win a 2026 Mercedes-Benz. Drawings held every Saturday, including grand prize drawing August 29th. Must be present to win. I'm Connor Thomas for 97.5 The Fanatic.
Brace and Dunne, 97.5. The Fanatic. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunne. Connor Thomas.
Little Hall & Oates to bring us back there.
Yeah. A little Temple feel to it.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah. There you go.
There
Except
it is.
nowadays it's just Hall
Yeah, that's disappointing.
and then Oates.
Well, it's like Nerd, NERD, Pharrell, and Chad. They don't
Yeah.
get along anymore either. That's
That won't
sad.
be us, Sean.
No, definitely not.
No.
Connor, though?
Could be me.
Yeah.
Could see it with him.
I'm a turncoat.
Yeah.
You got to keep an eye on me.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
I've been on like every show in the history of this station, so
Yeah.
got to watch out for your boy.
I got a lot of loyalty to these 4 hours, 10 to 2. It's the only time they want to hear from me.
Gotta love it.
All right, we want to hear from someone very important here. We're going to get back into the Phillies conversation coming up. I know we got some Eagles memos to jump into, some Eagles texts to jump into on the Davis Honda text line, but we haven't spent nearly enough time talking about our guy,
It's about damn time.
Ooh.
LeBron James. And I know, Sean, you are just mystified by the existence of him. And not the basketball player. No, the personality of LeBron James.
That's right.
It is time for something we are going to call Live, Laugh, LeBron.
That's right.
Hear ye, the king has awakened. The king has reflected. And most importantly, the king has reposted. We now gather to interpret the latest wisdom from His Majesty. This is Live, Laugh, LeBron.
Oh, with an open like that, what can go wrong?
Nothing.
That's it.
Certainly not.
All right. As you just heard, LeBron James, he's accomplished everything. Championships, MVPs. My guy's got billions. But his true calling, honestly, has nothing to do with hoop. Because every morning, while the rest of us are getting ready for our day, drinking coffee, LeBron is on Instagram searching for the words that will change our lives. As you just heard, open your hearts, open your minds. For this time, open Instagram as well. And let's get to it. Live, laugh, LeBron.
So this is all LeBron Instagram posts
This is
over the last, how long?
The last 3 weeks.
Okay,
No, we're not going to go through every one of them.
sounds good.
Because he posts a ton, which brings up a different discussion that I want to get into a little bit about his social
That guy
media.
should
team.
focus more on the court than his
stop.
posts.
His name is LeBron
All right.
James.
Number one, a high work ethic and good attitude puts you in places where good luck can find you.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I think that's the truth.
it is.
Yeah.
Great advice.
Yeah, great advice. 1 for 1, LeBron.
When you think good thoughts about someone, you are literally blessing them.
I
don't follow.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily in on that one.
All
I
right.
feel like if you think good thoughts about someone that's nice, I don't know if it's necessarily a blessing to them. There's a lot of better things you could do for someone than think good about them.
The best part is when he shares these,
Sounds wrong.
they literally have like beds underneath it, music beds. So this one is accompanied by The Verve, Bittersweet Symphony, a great track. Great track. And it reads as follows. Be you, exclamation point. Be silly, be fun, be different, be a little crazy, be completely you.
That's funny. Scott sent that to me before the show yesterday, trying to hype me up for the first show.
It's not done.
Oh, it's more.
Yeah. Life is far too short to spend it being anything other than happy in yourself. I told that to my wife. She wasn't really buying it. She said, you could put down the Instagram, but that's I kid. All right, here's a good one. These are literally shared by him.
Yeah, I believe it. These are all LeBron James stories.
I promise
Not posts, right? We're talking stories.
These are IG stories.
All right.
Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work.
Huh.
How about
Does he have something against scarecrows? Does he have something against the working man in the farm? Like,
I've never seen LeBron in overalls. I don't know.
yeah. Is he speaking to the fashion of his teammates? Who's
Could be.
worn overalls? Is he subtweeting someone?
Well, Kelly Oubre definitely has. But
Yeah,
he's
no,
no
that
longer
was the
here.
first guy that came to mind.
Exactly. All right. Hear ye, hear ye. I just want to say that. Say the nice thing. Give the compliment. Make someone's day. Life is hard, boys. Being kind isn't. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That is
a
great
good one.
advice.
Life is difficult. We could probably take that advice here on this show.
Yeah, actually,
We
want
should be kinder.
to put that on a T-shirt.
It really does seem like LeBron is the poster child for the difficult life right now. The golf golf influencer, world's best basketball player.
He's overcome a lot.
He's only making $3.8 million, so
Yeah,
it is tougher times
That's
for LeBron
right. And
James.
given how much it costs to fly a helicopter from New York to Philly, we calculated that it's probably going to be about a wash for him in terms of the salary.
Oh, yeah, a wash. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Probably.
A couple more here. Rich in life, boys. I'm adding boys, just so you know. Rich in life, because I never had to dim anybody's light to make mine shine brighter. Ooh, that's a good one.
I've seen him dunk on a lot of people.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't know, Bron.
All right. I hope today is good to you. I hope something makes you laugh, something makes you smile, and something happens that you weren't expecting in the best possible way. I feel like these are good ones to send, like if you're trying to kick up a conversation with a potential prospect out there.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest with you. I feel like these all have been on dish towels in homes that I've been in that were owned by friends' parents.
All right, two more. Here you go. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. All right. Jimmy Dean, the sausage guy.
That's actually pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy Dean, the sausage guy?
Yeah, Jimmy Dean.
That was a Jimmy Dean quote?
I see Jimmy Dean. He's the only.
Are we sure it's not a Jimmy V quote?
No, it's Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean. Olivia Dean. She sang that song.
That's a good tune.
Yeah.
James Dean, like the actor?
Yeah, no, there's no way Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean, the breakfast guy.
The sausage,
I
egg,
don't know.
and...
It says Jimmy Dean.
Oh,
He's the only Jimmy
stop it.
Dean I know.
Is he a big boat guy?
There's
too?
no way.
Sausage and boats?
Jimmy Dean, inspirational quotes. We're getting inspirational quotes from the guy that put together the frozen breakfast sandwich.
All right, final one. Here we go. And this is one that he shared about 3 weeks ago when I first had this idea. Is it really the breakfast guy?
This guy, country music star, television host, and sausage entrepreneur, Jimmy Dean is best known for his practical, down-home wisdom on resilience, hard work, and attitude. His most famous inspirational quote is, I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. This guy was slinging frozen breakfast sandwiches and handing out free advice.
That's great. All right, final one. You might know who this guy is, Steve Jobs. He makes an appearance. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
His name is LeBron James.
There you go. Do you guys feel a little bit of the inspiration rolling through the juices right now?
I do feel inspired.
Starving now. I'm thinking about a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich. When was the last time you had a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich?
I used to crush like 3 of those a day.
Oh, they were a big college thing for me.
I'm a big burrito guy in the morning.
Oh,
the frozen
really?
burritos, yeah.
I can never do a frozen burrito. I don't
The
think.
small guys. Yeah, little small guys, but I do one of those
I'm
normally.
doing a Cliff Bar for breakfast nowadays.
You know me, I am big on the protein bars.
Obviously.
Connor's eating pizza again.
I had chocolate chip cookies for breakfast and
he's had
pizza for
cold
lunch.
Pizza.
I don't know. The new schedule, I'm having different meals. I used to not be able to eat in the morning, and now
I heard of a sandwich?
Yeah, but I haven't gotten to Target yet to buy this. Listen, life's been busy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That makes
Anyways.
sense. I saw you on the golf course on Sunday.
These protein bars by Bear Bells are pretty good.
All right.
This one's salty peanut.
You think they have it in the grocery outlet near me, or we?
They got Wawas.
Oh, all right.
I saw a good friend of ours at Wawa. Well, he's
Who's
not-
that?
Not a good friend of mine until today. Wayne Kimmel.
You saw Wayne.
Local
Love
legend.
Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne does big things.
He
man.
does.
Yeah, we were talking about you, and Sam Ostrey's got a connection to as well. Wayne is a really influential
Did you know I
figure.
knew Wayne before you met Wayne?
Yes, you told me a couple weeks ago you did something with him at Xfinity Live, now Stateside Live.
No, they were doing Xfinity Mobile Arena. They did the World Cup kickoff.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
I enjoyed that. Appreciate him
Shout
inviting
out
me
Wayne.
out to that. Yeah.
This guy's Jimmy's brother?
I just can't believe the Jimmy Dean thing. I think this is going to haunt me through the entire break.
How was Live, Laugh, LeBron for episode 1?
I love
liked it.
that. We learned, we laughed, we almost cried. It was a beautiful thing.
Say going forward, maybe we give them to Dutsy, like the screenshots of these stories, and then we can have them like come across on the YouTube so people get a visual of the quote as we're doing it. We can do a full production.
And,
that
by
side.
the way, just follow LeBron James. He literally shares stories, which I want to ask you, and we will on the other side, about social media team. Is he sharing those? Is LeBron
Yes, he's
James
sharing those.
That's LeBron James.
Yes, that's LeBron James.
Do you use Instagram when you're on the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. That's LeBron James when he's going to the bathroom and he's like, "Oh, I want to share that."
I'm pretty sure today's show sheet came from bathroom down the hall.
All right. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
No, that's a good way to get things done.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to
listen, you got to be able to multitask in this world, man. You only get 24 hours in a day. You got to use all of them.
do. You got to go. You got to go.
All right, coming up, get back into what we open up with the Phillies. Also, we'll answer that question of whether or not it's LeBron James that's actually doing his socials, because I think it's slam dunk that it's him. But he's Sean Brace. He doesn't believe it. I'm Ray Dunne. This is Brace and Dunne, 97.5. back and forth I had with the Jimmy Dean Twitter account back in 2019. Keurig's firing away a cup of coffee. The Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich is in the microwave, and I'm frantically checking my email for fear I missed something overnight. Ah, yes, school is really back in session. Did not tag Jimmy Dean. Was blessed with a response from Jimmy Dean. Enjoying a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich with a cup of hot coffee for breakfast is sure to make mornings better.
Damn.
Appreciate that, Jimmy Dean.
I like that. Yeah,
Want to get him involved with the program? We all just have microwave Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches every single day before the show.
I'm in on that.
We
I
do
love
the
those
meeting.
things.
Yeah, we do the meeting over there in the kitchen.
Jimmy Dean.
Somebody let Jimmy know. So you're telling me the text line's got something on Jimmy Dean as well?
I can't believe this. Jimmy Dean is very important in the Philadelphia sports scene right now, too.
Really?
I had to double check this because I was like, no way it's real. Tom Motko, a roadwork guy, checks in and says, Jimmy Dean also wrote and sang the song Big Bad John, the origin of Jonathan
Stop
Boland's nickname. That is a song by Jimmy Dean.
That is correct.
No, it's not.
Yes. It reached #1 on the charts. Yes, the Jimmy Dean song, Big Bad John. Jimmy Dean.
We're finding this out now?
All roads lead to Jimmy Dean.
That's it.
Or Jonathan Boland. I can't tell which.
We'll figure that out.
Good Lord.
Appreciate it, LeBron.
Oh, yeah, thank you, LeBron.
Is this
Appreciate
dude
it.
modern Da Vinci? Like it's actually Jimmy Dean?
I need to read up on how he.
I needed more on Jimmy Dean. Forget the sports. I need more on Jimmy Dean. I'm pro the breakfast sandwich. I was also getting texts of like your favorite sandwich shop chain.
That was one that was hitting me when we were starting to talk about Quiznos and Quiznos and because I call it Quizos. No, it's Quiznos.
Quiznos.
And,
Yeah, Quizzo is what you play at a bar.
Yeah, that's right. And Subway. Like if you were to go get a sandwich now, a hoagie now.
I will probably I haven't done it for a while there, I'll say. I did it once a month where I was walking to the Primo Hoagies in Old City, and I was going Primo. But I feel like that's localized to here. I think that's just East Coast. I don't know if Primo's.
It's also
so
not just a hoagie, so I don't know if it
it's
qualifies.
Primo. That's fair.
I just had a Primo on Sunday. Oh, so good.
So good. Now I'm starving just thinking about it.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's like we have so many great sandwich shops in the area, great pizza shops that, with all love and respect to our friends over at Subway or Jersey Mike's,
Jersey Mike's is solid.
Hey, don't tell me.
Yeah.
I've been consuming Jersey Mike's for 20-plus years. I got it in Raleigh, Cary, North Carolina when I first moved there.
Wow.
In 2001, Ray.
How about that?
And my dad, oh, by the way, you ready for this? My mom and dad, rest in peace to my dad, they had a sub shop in northern Jersey called Subs and Stuff. So I have this in my blood. I got this.
Really?
Yeah, man, a little sub shop there.
I'd spent a couple summers making hoagies down in at the pizza shop.
There you
That was
go.
like my thing back
Did you have
then.
pride? Did you take
I
pride in
did
it?
take pride in it. I took a lot of pride in it.
Okay.
I want to make the best damn sandwich down there.
I like that.
Yeah. All right. So what if you had to go with one of the chains? Which one are you going with?
Is Primo's the chain?
Yeah, we'll
No,
go.
it's
All right,
it's a
I was gonna
no-brainer.
say, it's really not a question.
I've
on that.
never had a Firehouse sub. Of course,
Yeah, I've had some. They're fine. Good.
I'm not here to rip on somebody.
I'm not here to rip it. If you said to me, hey, you're starving on the highway, or you're hungry, not starving, because starving is just assuming you need anything. You're hungry on the highway. You see Firehouses at the rest stop. I'm stopping at the rest stop.
Yeah,
I'll get it. Yeah.
Would you stop at the Subway? I mean, Steph Curry would.
Yeah.
I'd stop at the Subway. I like the Subway.
Patrick Mahomes would.
But I'm also a trash can person.
Yeah,
Like I'll eat anything, man. I love Subway though.
I don't know if we just start naming off all the spokespersons for Subway. If we're just like, oh yeah, that person would do it, so I would.
Are
You
we doing
walk down that-
spokespeople or are we doing sandwiches?
You
What are
walked
we
it. Well,
talking about?
he's starting to name off spokespeople. Like, well, if the guy that's on the commercial for Subway would do it, I would do it. And I was like, I don't think that's the way I want to be walking down that path. You can walk down that path. I ain't touching. I'm not doing that.
Leave Jared Fogle over there.
I'm not touching that. I'm not having any conversation.
They
about that.
tied themselves to sports, is my point.
Yeah.
And we are a sports station, so that's why.
Oh, that's what we're doing here.
Do you know what I do like real quick about Subway? You're at the window. Yeah, I want that. I want that. I want that. It's not going to the screen and hitting that, because I'll tell you right now, I have a huge issue with this. And I had it on Sunday with Primos.
Mm-hmm.
I want sweet peppers. Sweet peppers to me are banana peppers. Do you know the difference?
No.
Sweet peppers are the neon.
Yeah, they're the green and
Yeah.
red.
No.
That's banana peppers.
Banana peppers are the neon yellow. That's what I want. But when you order from these places, they don't list it as banana peppers. It's hot and sweet. And every time I hit sweet, they never give me banana peppers. Banana peppers is not an option. Tell me I'm wrong.
Why don't you ask? Be like, which one of these is banana peppers?
You know, that's the part about Subway that I like because you look at the window and you're like, yeah, that one. I don't have to say banana pepper, sweet pepper, hot pepper, this pepper, that pepper. I just say that one.
Yeah, I'm from the generation. If you give me the screen, it's a lot easier. I'm just going to push the buttons.
Right.
You give me what you give me. The less I have to talk to people. I know it's crazy for a guy that talks for 4 hours a day to say that, but the less I talk to people, probably the better for me.
I wonder if people have the banana pepper issue that I do.
Davis Honda text line, 610-632-0975. While we're there, let's check the voice memos. What do we got on the birds?
All right, Steve checks in. He's got some concerns about Mekhi Lemon.
Yeah, my take on their pick with Mekhi Lemon. I know he's injured. What is it, a hamstring? But my main concern about him is that he's from USC, and really, I hate to say this, but there's really nothing special about him. His speed's not great. He doesn't have exceptional size, not a long reach or wingspan or anything like that. I know he gets open, but my thing of it is played at USC. How many great defensive backs has he seen in corners, safeties that he's seen there a year? What do they play? 3 really good teams a year in there on that squad? I mean, he needs to get out on that field. I know he's injured, but I hope this isn't a bust like Jalen Reagor, which that's what I'm leaning towards, and I haven't even seen him yet.
That's what we're leaning towards.
Whoa!
It's August 18th. Now, that's one where I'm stepping over the line and saying you're too concerned. I'm leaning towards him being a bust at this point.
I'm throwing the 15-yard flag on that one.
Yeah, a little unsportsmanlike. Jeez. I mean, I'm concerned more about the fact he hasn't hit the field.
He won the best wide receiver award in college football last year. You might have heard of him, Fred Biletnikoff.
Yeah, I've heard once or twice.
Yeah, he was an All-American. He was a big yak guy. Like, I'm not trying to make Mekhi Lemon out to be A.J. Brown. I'm sure as hell not trying to make him out to be Jerry Rice. He's a rookie. We need to give him an opportunity to grow. The biggest issue right now, I will say he did nail it. He's hurt right now, and that does stink. That's bad. That's not good.
No, I would also agree that's not good.
And another reason why I am saying for all you Eagles fans that are too confident or too comfortable, you shouldn't be. There are a lot of issues right now that got to get figured out in a short amount of time.
And I will give the caller credit where credit's due. You go through, look at the game log last year. Numbers he put up versus competition. He's got a point. You know, Jim, I don't know. I'm more concerned about the health right now. Get him on the field, then we can start talking about him being a bust.
He's a dog.
Yeah, I'm not ready to start talking about him being a bust. So, all right, coming up, we got News at Noon today with Connor Thomas. Before we get to News at Noon, we have a parody song we're going to try out. So we'll see if it ends up making the rotation, because I heard we got a voice memo, because we need new parody songs for News at Noon with Connor Thomas. And then after the News at Noon, jumping back into the Phillies from the open here today. Can this Phillies team earn your trust back by the end of September? That's the jumping off point. We gave you what we needed from them to get that trust back by the time we get to Red October. To jump in, 610-632-0975.
And a great text about banana peppers.
Oh, boy.
This is fantastic, and it's from one of our own. These words carry weight, boys.
We'll see.
We've had enough of this issue with banana peppers.
Depends who it is. You're Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunne. This is Brace and Dunne, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phil's take down the Fish. I'm Connor Thomas, and the Phillies made it 4 straight victories last night. A 6-5 win over the Marlins. 9 different Phils had hits in the game. 5 different hitters had RBIs. The offensive turnaround in August is starting to continue. And Christopher Sanchez battled the 6 innings of 1-run ball, earning his MLB leading 16th win of the year. There was also a controversial foul call in the 7th inning. Benefited the Phillies because it kept the Marlins from potentially scoring an extra run. Don Mattingly talked about it after the game.
You know, it's tough to just give them the third run when you don't see the play. It's hard to assume that, you know, he's going to score from there and give the third run. Wouldn't have been shocked if they gave it to him, but glad they didn't.
Well, I'm glad they didn't either, Don. Game 2 is tonight at 6:40. Zach Wheeler faces Cade Gibson. The Eagles have a walkthrough today before heading up to New England for joint practices with the Patriots. We'll be keeping an eye on all the potential A.J. Brown drama with that meeting. The Union hosts Inter Miami tomorrow night, looking to continue their hot streak. Their signing of center back Mark McKenzie. he will not arrive with the club until January, the latest reports, but still a big ad for them. Jeff Mosher of Inside the Birds will join us coming up at 1 o'clock. This update is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone, free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone. I'm Connor Thomas for the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Welcome back. Brace and Dunne. Day 2. 6 hours in, you know.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, you know. Feeling good. Hungry.
Connor, how you feel?
After that last
Wide
segment.
awake, baby.
No, about the show.
It's great.
Okay.
This guy. Not even listening to the show. We've already bored him after 6 hours.
I'm listening. Banana Peppers and Jimmy Dean. We've been all over it.
Oh, yeah. Please don't
Eagles are
send
going
that
to
as-
lose 17 games this year, according to Sean Brace. I've heard everything.
Don't send the recap over to the bosses on that one. All right.
Yeah, Nick Pacone, great follower, and of course, great job, everything he does. Guy that I've been with forever. He texted me, said, "Are you calling for Jalen to be benched?" I'm like, "What the hell's going on?"
That's what I heard. I did.
What are
hear
these
that.
guys doing? No, I'm not.
You mean cut?
I'm just a little, you know.
Right. Devontae can't handle being a number one. Mekhi Levin's a bust. And anyone who thinks Dontavian Wicks is going to take the field for this team is an idiot. That's what he said, right? We have the clip. Dudsy, you clip that, put that one up. Sean Brace's words, not mine.
We'll AI it. There's been a lot of AI on the station this morning, so we'll get it.
I got a little nervous hesitation.
You're not wrong to be concerned about the wide receiver room.
I'm talking about the team, Ray.
You're not wrong to have concerns about the team.
Okay.
I'm not telling you that everything's perfect. It's the natural progression of sports. If you don't have questions about the team, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're watching.
People will come, Ray.
They will come. I have a little concern right here, right now. I'm wondering, here's another question for you guys real quick. I am wondering if anything will change for me over the next week and a half, because we got a preseason game, we got training camp split squad with the New England Patriots. So I'm wondering if anything we see/learn over these next week and a half plus, is going to change my vibe, and I don't necessarily think it will. I really don't.
You think there's any chance that maybe you're sitting there looking at the videos that come out,
Don't
and
do
maybe
it.
all of a sudden you're like, hey,
There's no trees in here.
AJ, I miss you.
No, definitely
Come
not.
back.
No, definitely not.
I need you.
He's gone. He's gone.
It's a
and
quarter after 1.
at least the vibes are
Sean's
good.
all alone.
No.
And he needs you now.
No. I believe in Devon. I do. You know, and I think that's honestly where it comes back to. If you were to pen me down and say, all right, like, what is going to happen with this team? I would say the defense kicks butt and takes names. However, then I'm a little concerned about Jonathan Grenard and who's going to sack the quarterback. That's a realistic question.
Very reasonable concerns to have. If you have no concerns about this team, you are too comfortable. You are too confident.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say that in Philadelphia, especially with Eagles fans. There are a lot of comfortable and /confident Eagles fans.
And you should be confident. Why? Because they've gone to the postseason 5 consecutive years. This head coach and quarterback have never missed the postseason. They've got one of the great defensive minds in the sport leading their defense this year.
That is true. But I go off of, boys, what took place last year. And I get it. Patullo's no longer here. Last year was a disappointment. Point blank in the story. Like, there's just, I don't see the reason for us to be comfortable /confident. Again, confident is tough because I understand it. Too confident. Like, there's a line.
You think it's an overconfidence?
I do.
All right. 610-632-0975. We're going to get to the news at noon. We're going to play a voice memo first before we get to the news at noon. If you believe that Eagles fans are overconfident about this team, too confident about this team, yes or no? Very simply. You could call, you could text, it hits with a voice memo, 610-632-0975. Are people overconfident with this Eagles team? Too comfortable with this Eagles team?
We're on my Instagram.
Yeah, because Brace right now is battling the replies of the video from yesterday, and now has convinced himself that everyone thinks we got a parade coming in February. Before we get to the news at noon, I'm to believe we have a parody song. Our first, we're going to see if we can actually build a news at noon open out of this. What do we got?
Karate Mark has given us our first swing.
It's the news at noon on 97.5 with Connor Thomas.
I don't hate it.
There's something there.
Oh, that was...
It was 1,000
I
miles
just
by
noticed
Vanessa Carlton.
No. It is. Thank you. There you go.
And now I want.
How about that?
Nice work.
If I would. That's a song from White Chicks, right?
Yes, it is. Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. What? You've not seen that? I feel like that's a pretty iconic scene, no?
Terry Crews was in the new Paw Patrol.
Oh.
Was he?
Yeah. He plays the
flick.
voice. You know what? Let me hit this real quick. All right?
Yeah.
I get it. It's Paw Patrol.
Uh-huh.
But Mayor Humdinger, big cat guy. Again, they made cat people look so bad in that movie. And I'm sitting
They
in the
want to
corner.
prepare the kids for life.
Mayor Humdinger, that creep, running around with those kitties trying to take over the world, steal some gyms, about to blow up this. I don't want to give the movie away. Don't want to give the movie away.
Also, I'm shocked that the villain was a cat in a movie called Paw Patrol. I'm shocked that the natural adversary for the dog was a cat.
10 out of 10, but I would just say take it easy on the cat hate. That's all.
What do we got for news at noon?
This city needs its news.
Now, it's time for
I'd like to be remembered as a good newsman.
the news at noon.
That's the coolest big story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane.
With Connor Thomas?
I'm glad we avoided the Paw Patrol spoilers for all these 7-year-olds in our listener audience. They're going to be upset.
We're very good with that demographic.
We're going to ruin it. Let's start off with a guy who spent 7 years with the Cincinnati Reds. Zach Cozart went on just the absolute blazing trail of hate on social media yesterday because he responded to a video of Ellie De La Cruz, current shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds, making an error on a throw to first base. Quote tweeted with one simple word, lazy. Then it was responded to by a Twitter user who showed the exact same play being made by Zach Cozart during his time with the Cincinnati Reds. Then there was a back and forth that happened. So Cozart ends up putting out a video on Twitter of responding to the people who were upset with him for calling Ellie De La Cruz lazy. And here's what he had to say.
This is for all those nerds on Twitter that are all butthurt and sending me videos of me making errors. Newsflash, I made a lot of errors in the big leagues. How many errors you make in the big leagues? Oh, wait. You probably didn't even play Little League. I call a spade a spade. I expect Ellie to be fully focused and to make plays and not be lazy. If you're going to get butt hurt and send me videos of me making errors and saying, this is the same thing you've been doing, blah, 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 well, good for you. I wasn't lazy. I didn't take plays off. I made errors. You can go ask every teammate, ask every coach that I ever had and see what they say. All you nerds out there that don't know anything about baseball, nothing. Pipe it down.
Yeah.
It's getting heated.
You never
reason.
played the game.
Mm-hmm.
You're a nerd. I can't believe you would call me out for me calling someone else out. I will say, congrats to Zach Cozart.
He is now on our board.
Correct.
Oh, that is.
Oh, not even that he's on the board. The fact that I'm talking about him.
Oh, yeah. But that is gold.
Congrats, nerds.
All you nerds on Twitter. That
Oh.
is absolutely going on the board, and that will be up today.
You know, that 2017 All-Star season that I had was so fantastic. The rest of my career, I don't know what happened. It's like, you have to ask some questions about him in 2017 as compared to the rest of his career. I know a lot of people weren't asking that question because not a lot of people are thinking about Zach Cozart.
Yeah.
But the difference between that season, his production that year, and any other year of his career, he goes to L.A. the next year, stinks. I mean, I guess maybe he's hurt. That might be it. Maybe injuries got him. But that's also my favorite of the I tried on every single play. You're just hating on a guy that's more talented than you. That's all that is.
Yeah, 100%. I also love the idea. If we've learned anything about social media now that we're in the year 2026, it's that posting a video and calling people nerds and butthurt is the ultimate way to win an argument. No one will ever get mad at you for that.
Oh, yeah.
That just ends things. Definitely doesn't make it worse.
Oh, for sure.
You know what's interesting because I'm looking at his numbers now, Ellie De La Cruz and O'Neal Cruz, both of them. Those are two superstars in my eyes, and I've thought that, sky's the limit for both of them. What are your feelings on both of them? Ellie's got 20 home runs right now. Little disappointing.
Yeah, a little disappointing, considering that defensively he's not been an ideal shortstop. Now, luckily, he's got another shortstop in the National League that's really taken the heat off of him for defense this year.
Who's that?
I don't know.
We ride the train.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Just some guy. Power's been there. Everything else really hasn't been there. O'Neal
started
solid.
He started up the season in a rough.
Power hasn't been there, but
remember how he started the season?
We were at the waterfront, Maggie's on the waterfront.
There you go.
Watching that game.
Multiple
as Skeens
errors.
got pulled in the first inning.
O'Neal has 14 home runs. His batting average is 264 this year. He's a 237 career. Remember last year his name was being discussed as potential trade targets for the Phillies.
Yeah.
I am an O'Neal Cruz supporter. Should I be, Connor?
He's not as good as Ellie. They're both talented players.
Yeah.
Baseball's one of those weird ones where you can kind of get lost on a bad team. And I wonder, you feel like you're on an island a lot more in baseball. And if you're on a team that sucks, and the Pirates and the Reds have at points in those guys' career, teams that sucked, you can kind of lose focus. I wonder what they would do with a different team.
All right, the Pirates at the deadline. On deadline day, I don't know when the game was played. On deadline day, they got to 57-57 with a win over the Brewers.
Okay.
Since deadline day, August 3rd, which is over 2 weeks ago, how many games have they won?
I see you looking at the drop board, so I'm going to guess it's 4.
That would be the case. 4 games.
Context clues, baby.
You've been working here way too long.
1 win over the Mets, 1 win over the Marlins, 2 wins over the Boston Red Sox.
What a pull by you. The only thing I will add to that, and I'm just double checking my homework here to make sure that this is correct. Am I correct when I say that the Baltimore Orioles are yes, they are in the third and final wild card spot?
And the disaster of an American League wild card race.
They are 61-64.
Yeah, it's horrible.
That is crazy. If the playoffs started today, the Baltimore Orioles would make the playoffs.
That's a disgrace.
Yeah, it is. All right.
Ugh.
All right, next up. Do you guys want to get mad online like Zach Cozart?
Yes.
Now, we don't have to call anybody nerds or dumb. You can if you want to.
Yeah.
You familiar with the Sleeper app, one of the fantasy football apps out there, or fantasy sports apps out there. So they put out a very interesting tweet yesterday. This was from yesterday. Since the NFL won't nerf the tush push, we will, in all caps, will. In this optional setting, you can now adjust the scoring for quarterback rushing touchdowns in the setting tab. Basically just saying you can change how much that's worth. But are we still doing the tush push thing?
We're still doing the tush push thing. It's good. If they do it, it's going to be a big conversation. I will say that as a fantasy football player is lame. The quarterback rushing touchdown should be worth 6.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I get, their passing touchdowns are worth 4. I'm fine if you inflate. If you want to go up to 6 for the passing, works for me. Okay. I don't care. Make quarterbacks more valuable in your league. But the quarterback rushing touchdown should be worth the same as any other rushing touchdown in fantasy. Yeah, I think the ability to have a quarterback that runs is great.
That's part of Jalen Hurts' repertoire. It's one of the reasons why he's been so successful over the years. That's easy. Any scrambling quarterback, you add it to the equation.
Allen.
Josh Allen, exactly. Take the words out of my mouth. Yeah, I'm right there.
Jackson.
Yeah, I just feel like sleepers continuing a fight that's been dead for like the past 8 to 10 months.
I guess I'd be interested to hear from someone that's like, I want my quarterback rushing touchdown to be worth 4 points. It's taking, there's things we should hold sacred in this game of fantasy football. And the rushing touchdown being worth 6 is something that we should be able to hold sacred.
It's getting near, boys. Fantasy season is here.
You look out for one of your 27 leagues. Do you know how many leagues he's in, Sean? You know that he does 20-plus fantasy leagues?
Ray.
I do 11.
Ray.
It's maybe 12.
Ray.
That's
With
way
friends?
too many.
Yeah. These are all. How many friends do you have, Ray?
I mean, not a good number, yeah.
That's incredible. 11 leagues? Are you crazy?
I can't say no to people, Sean.
Wow. Let me write that one down. That's going to get used.
Yeah, stop. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that, Sean Brace.
We'll round out with this. We're going to talk about a Greek soccer player, but something just came across my desk here. And by my desk, I mean my phone screen. And that's via Ian Rappaport. No, he did not text me, but I got a notification from ESPN. The Giants are signing free agent running back Najee Harris to a 1-year deal, per Rappaport and Mike Garafolo. Does this change anything about the way you look at that team?
I mean, they're probably going to win 12 games now. Do you know what this is? Tyrone Tracy lost his job based on not landing that block and letting Jackson Dart getting smoked. That's how I read this. If you missed it over the weekend, I know we talked about it yesterday, Jackson Dart getting absolutely crunched in their preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrone Tracy, if you go back and watch that, and I'm not telling you I'm like X's and O's block. He just missed the block. Full stop on that side of the line that led to Dart getting crushed. This to me is like, hey, we could probably use this guy not to be on the field a ton this year. Not that Najee Harris at this point is going to be a massive difference maker or a guy you want out there on a passing down, but Tyrone Tracy, you might have had your shot.
Yeah. Najee still has both of his eyes, right? Do you remember that from last offseason?
I feel fact.
Does he have both his ACLs? Because that's what he tore last year.
Yeah, that was bad, too. There was the firework thing where there was a weird story. No one knew if he had lost an eye from a firework incident, which,
correct.
Honestly, New York Giants, firework incident, sounds like a Giant already.
Fits right in.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the news in there.
You the man. Nice work there. Yeah, it's a guy that Harbaugh has known over the years, right? Had a decent career with the Steelers. Ran for 1,000 yards four times. Never lived up to, I never made him out to be something that he was trying to be a great player, but he was a first-round pick out of Alabama. I always thought he could have been a little bit better in the grand scheme of things, but you knew what you were going to get with him. That's all. Giants bringing him in, I think it's a no-brainer. It's another body. You had Keenan Allen being signed by the Colts earlier this morning, $8 million.
And you're upset. You want him as an Eagle.
I love Keenan Allen. There's no doubt in my mind that a 34, 35-year-old Keenan Allen would come in and be productive for this team. There's just no doubt in my mind. He had a great season last year. No doubt.
Not a singular shred of doubt.
Zero. It's Keenan Allen. It's Keenan Allen.
There's no way that at 34 years old it might be over?
It's Keenan Allen. Aaron Rodgers is playing, 43? It's Keenan.
A little different position.
Keenan Allen is a stud.
And you're expecting a stud season out of Aaron Rodgers at 43?
No, what I would say is Keenan Allen is a great pickup by the Indianapolis Colts. And my only take this morning was, again, I don't have the burner in me right now. I just don't. I'm not going to give you hot takes.
That's fine. I'm not asking for a hot take.
My big thing was I would much rather Keenan Allen over Hollywood Brown.
You think Keenan Allen would like Hollywood Brown's role? I don't know the Colts wide receiver depth chart like that. I'll be honest with you. I can't.
Well, they're dealing with injuries. Pierce is hurt, so they're dealing with injuries. Whatever. Hollywood Brown, and I bring it up because of the contract. Hollywood Brown was signed for what, $5 million?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Fact.
And this is $8 million, so it's in the ballpark, but a little bit more deep there as far as $3 million is concerned. I just, when you talk about players that you have confidence in, I just told you I have extreme confidence in Keenan Allen, even at this age of his career. Look what he did last year. What do you have, 80 catches? That's a pretty damn good season.
So even with Alec Pierce right now, he slots in to be one of their top 3 receivers. If you're Keenan Allen, the Eagles just drafted someone number 1 overall. They just paid someone 10, or not number 1 overall, but in the first round.
No ifs, ands, buts about it. You're right.
They just paid $10 million. So I get it.
Yeah.
The two sides to tango type of thing on this one. If I'm Keenan Allen, I'm like, yeah, all right.
No.
They got their guy Wicks, which Wicks was compared to Keenan Allen by Sirianni.
How about that?
We got Keenan Allen at home.
Yeah, I just bring it up because I have never been sold on Hollywood Brown. And if Hollywood Brown is going to be this guy, it's a 4th wide receiver that could potentially go over the top and you use him once in a while. Like, okay, fine. But I'm not going to be convinced that Hollywood Brown is going to be something that he's not. Keenan Allen is a guy that would grab you 60, 70 catches, okay? He's going to pull him down in the end zone. The guy knows how to find the end zone, Ray. I love Keenan Allen. Every year he finds his way on my fantasy team. Every year.
Was he starting for your fantasy team last year?
I hope not.
I was going to say.
He might have been. I don't know. How do you keep up if you're in 11 leagues?
It's tough. It's like an extra job.
Yeah, that's just too much. Yeah. I actually cut one down this year. I'm not.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm going to Zach Brown concert, and we're holding the draft that day. And because I can't be there, that's a rule. You got to be present. You got to be present to be in the league.
So, like, you're just out forever?
Yeah, I'm out until somebody else can't go. It's all good. I respect it, Ray. I respect it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of confused why you wouldn't move the draft around so you could be there.
It's every year the same day, the same Saturday before Labor Day, I think. Yeah,
okay,
right?
So you decided I'm going to go to Zach Brown. Bleep you guys. I'm done with this league.
Time out. The wife doesn't buy concert tickets all that much.
Oh,
for
convenient.
Zach Brown, she did.
Gotcha.
She loves a good-looking bald man, and Zach is on that list.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. So you're just passing the blame off on your wife here.
Oh, it's always her fault.
Okay. As long as we all know that the reverse is also true for her.
Oh, it's always my fault.
Yeah, I've picked up on that one once or twice.
I do have a wife talk segment that I got to squeeze in later.
Okay.
It's pretty impressive.
Sounds good. I want to dive back into the Phillies when we get back.
How's your wife doing, Ray?
She's great. Great. Yeah. We've been honestly pretty good recently.
You don't have a girl, right?
No, of course not.
All right.
No, of course
not.
not.
You're joking.
Of course not. No, I'm just messing. Everyone around here thinks that I would be able to keep a secret. You think I would be, as much as I post about my life, you think I'd be able to keep something secret like that?
You can't have her. It's cuffing season. You can't go down that path right now, Ray.
Well, you're
the hot ticket these days. Look at you.
Am I?
You're on 97.5 The Fanatic, helping out the Philadelphia Union. You got Temple Owls Women's Hoop coming up. That phone is going to be just rocking this fall. Let's go, Ray.
All right, so anyways, the Phillies going to the game tonight. We're going to get into some Flo Rida conversation later on. I'm going to sidestep any conversation about my personal life for the time being. And I want to jump back into the core thing because we never got to the core thing earlier today about Don Mattingly being asked about Alex Cora. So coming up, we'll play that for you.
That's a good take by you, too.
Because I'm very annoyed on multiple levels that we're having this conversation in August. You, Sean Brace, I'm Ray Dunne. This is Brace and Dunne, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
The Phil's winning streak continues. I'm Connor Thomas, and the Phils made it 4 straight wins with a victory over the Marlins 6-5 last night. 9 different Phils had hits in the game, and 5 different hitters had RBI, so it was a nice balanced offensive effort. Christopher Sanchez, he had to battle a little bit, but he got through 6 innings of 1-run ball, earning his MLB-leading 16th win of the year. There was also a controversial foul call in the 7th inning that hurt the Marlins a little bit because scored 3 runs on the play, only scored 2. 2. The Phils will take it, though, as they continue to try and stack wins for the postseason. Game 2 is tonight at 6:40. Zach Wheeler faces Cade Gibson. The Eagles have a walkthrough today before heading up to New England for joint practices with the Patriots. And, of course, A.J. Brown will be part of that. Tim McManus talked with Marks and Salciunas about questions about the receiver position in the wake of A.J. leaving.
Brown was such a big part of this offense, and it was just such a luxury for her. You take that away, and, of course, you have to have questions. Let's see what that ends up looking like.
So we'll have plenty from the joint practices starting tomorrow. The Union hosts enter Miami tomorrow night, looking to continue their hot streak. Center back Mark McKenzie has agreed to a signing to come back to the club. Not until January will he show up, but that's some big news for them, some big help. Jeff Mosher of Inside the Birds joins us at 1. This update's brought to you by Taco Bell. Experience the new $3 Pepper Jack Steak Burrito, a decadent melty or crisp fresco. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Price is very tax extra. I'm Connor Thomas for the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Brace and Dunne here on 97.5, The Fanatic, alongside Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunne hanging out with you. Phillies get a win last night. They're going for 5 in a row tonight. Why does it not feel like it, Sean Brace?
Why does it not feel like that? Well, I would say number one was the split series between, it felt like they were playing the Minnesota Twins for a 7-game series.
That's fair. All right.
So that's got to be a little bit of a combo.
Yep, that could be it.
For me, I will tell you, I feel like this team is going for 5 in a row.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, I'm the guy that also told you that they're back.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
That's true. Maybe it's just I've been beaten down.
Well,
I said to Connor, and Connor, you can, this morning, you're like, that was a long game last night. I was like, yeah, it felt long. And you're like, well, it didn't feel that long to me. I think it's just the anxiety. Like, Bowling giving up the runs is not what I anticipate. And, I'm trying to give really the benefit of the doubt early on here, and I'm really struggling to do that. And then to see the Marlins again hit Duran, there was a little bit of there was a level of stress here. I was loving every good moment, but the bad moments really stuck with me last night of the stress that led to the end of that game.
You know what else it is, too? Like, doing the podcast and watching every single game for years now, there's a flow to the season, and this is one of the dead spots. Like, that was game 126 last night. We watched 126 games of this damn baseball team. A lot of them very frustrating. Like, you'll get the playoff stretch when we get into the second week of September, but this latter part of August is always like, okay, these games are starting to get important, but I really want the stretch. I'm thinking October. This is one of those dead zones of the season, so it could just be the wear and tear. It's tough for us, too. Listen, it's hard to play. It's hard to talk about it.
Very difficult
We don't
for
get
us.
enough credit.
I know a lot of people are upset for us and just how difficult it is for us to talk about this team. I go back to, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. They played 4 of their longest 7 games in that stretch from August 5th to August 9th. Last night was only 3 hours and 9 minutes. Only 3 hours and 9 minutes. In today's day and age, it's like an eternity because they played games. I forgot they played a game that was under 2 hours because it was done after 6 in Baltimore, where you were there, that Sunday game, and all that rain.
That was miserable.
Yeah, that game stunk.
But
I got wet.
A little bit before that game, a couple hours before the game last night, Don Mattingly meeting with the media. And the question had to be asked over the weekend. Bob Nightingale reporting that Alex Cora will be the next manager, save Mattingly going to and probably winning a World Series. Mattingly, what say you?
It's win or bust. You win it all or you don't, right? No, none of that frustrates me. I'm not worried about any of that kind of stuff. Just trying to win a game tonight against Miami. I want the best thing for the Phillies. I'm not concerned about any of that.
It's a great answer by him. I want to start with that. For Mattingly, it's win or bust. I'm focused on tonight. I'm not upset about it at all. It is what it is. Yeah, that's the nature of this business. The answer there from Don Mattingly is perfect. So, and this is coming from a guy that's not necessarily a Don Mattingly guy from what we've seen so far this year. I would say I stand on the other side of the fence with him. I'm perfectly fine with the new manager come the end of this season. I don't think I'm out of line with the rest of the fan base with that. The fact that he's answering questions about Alex Cora, though, brings me to who's to blame for that? Is it just how this was telegraphed? Is this just how this was always going to be? When Dombrowski offers Cora the job, Cora turns it down, and then Mattingly becomes the interim manager? Is this always how it was going to end up? Or have they telegraphed through this entire process that regardless of him turning it down, we're going to continue to let the Bob Nightingales of the world know he's our manager next? Is this from Dombrowski's side of things? Is this from Cora's side of things? Is there someone within the organization that's not Dombrowski that's getting this to Nightingale? Who are we looking at that is the reason why Nightingale's writing about this?
I'll go first, and I think it's a combination, as always. The agent, you want to get your name into the lights, right? We know Alex Cora wants to be back into the mix, but this is 100% a Nightingale deal. He's the only one putting it out there unless I'm missing something. He is the only one. He's the first one that put out the Cora stuff in the beginning of the season. He is now the only one, to my knowledge, that's putting this out there right now.
Buster only had it as well when the first the firing of Rob Thompson happened like a week later. He's like, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Okay. So Buster had it too, but Nightingale's been the main one.
Nightingale is the guy. Right now, it's Nightingale.
So you're putting this on Bob Nightingale?
Yeah, I am putting it on the columnist from USA Today.
Yep.
Okay. And rightfully so, because he's got good sources. He's got connections, and this is already almost been confirmed, right? Busseroni, as you just said it. Like people, we could see the vision. We can connect the dots. We heard Dave Dombrowski talk about it, in fact. So, like, there is truth. He was offered the job.
Right, so I'm not putting
year.
this on Bob Nightingale that we're talking about this.
Who you put it on then?
It's got to be someone within the organization. I don't think it's Alex Cora. I think Alex Cora is still sitting by the pool. Yeah, I keep saying pina colada. Maybe he's a daiquiri guy. I don't know Cora that well.
Why not Corona?
Maybe he's a Corona guy. I just think of the frozen drink for him. Okay. You know, you're getting one summer. You might as well go liquor instead of beer, right? You're going to be drinking plenty of beer during baseball season.
That's
when you're
true.
back. Like, start throwing back the liquor to really enjoy the time.
Yeah, especially Red Sox history. I'm going to have beers during the game. Well, I guess we can't talk with the Presidente.
I was going to say, yeah. Come on. I don't think it's coming from Cora. I mean, I think this is just, like, common knowledge. I don't understand. I just don't like the messaging it sends to everyone that's a part of the team.
The call's coming from inside the house. I'm firmly convinced. Because Bob Nightingale is not a Phillies reporter. He is a national reporter. There are other big stories in baseball. The fact that he's sticking with this is that he's hearing this multiple times.
Right.
That's what I believe. So there's the likely option, and then there's the sick, twisted brain option. The likely option is Dave Dombrowski is telegraphing this and saying this because he has a stranglehold on the Phillies organization and he knows his job is safe, which is a different conversation. Who else is in the front office that might be interested in who the manager of the Phillies is?
Preston Mattingly?
Yeah.
Mattingly?
And do you think Preston Mattingly saw this and heard how Dave Dombrowski talked about the guy that could replace his dad and like, oh, maybe we start this little thing so we get the negative campaign against Cora going? That's the sick twisted one.
Oh, tell you what, break out the tinfoil hats, boy.
Yeah. I like a tinfoil hat.
I just think, why can't you guys get to where I'm at, where it's just as simple as the agent is communicating with Bob Nightingale? Alex Cora's guy is communicating with Bob Nightingale. What am I missing from the inside the house? Where's the benefit?
Here's why I don't believe it's the agent, because he turned down the job. He could have had the job already. The agent doesn't have to whip votes for him to be the manager of the Phillies.
Sure.
He was offered the position.
And I have no issue with him turning down the job either, because I don't think I would have taken it if I was Alex Cora at that point in time, being just removed off of the job with the Red Sox. Collect that check. Maybe another team will call, whatever it may be. I don't know. Again, I think I don't know if it's so complex. Bob Nightingale is the guy that continues to put that out there, and he is the one that just put it out there right now. He definitely has somebody's ear.
I just don't get why the agent would be doing it. Like, what are the other big potential openings in baseball for a managerial position? I mean, the Dodgers are set. The Brewers are set. You look at the American League, I guess maybe Boone will get fired in New York if the Yankees don't have a good year.
Yeah, could.
Red Sox to Yankees feels like a very villainous move.
Just to keep his name in the conversation.
But it's going to be anyway. Like, I don't think that was going away because he's best friends with Dave Dombrowski, who is president, senior leader of the Philadelphia Phillies, higher than John Middleton, God, and everybody else.
No, you're right about that. He is going to be the number one choice, right? Like, I don't know who else would be out there as far as potential new managers. Bruce Bochy. Who knows? His name is always tossed out.
You threw the agent out there. Just a quick Google machine search here.
It's Clutch. It's Rich Paul.
No.
Oh, sorry.
For 14 years, I just read it. I don't know. This is, again, Google, so you got to forgive me if I'm off on this one. It's a feel fact. Scott Boras was Cora's agent as a player.
Okay. So he's his agent now?
I'm just saying, when you look at this organization and the ties to Boras.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Maybe it is the agent that's kicking this one up. Like, hey, yeah, you don't like what's going on? My guy's on the way. I don't know. I just don't like the fact that, like, it's going to come out. It's been through this entire process. We knew he was offered it. It's just a shame Don Mattingly's sitting there answering those questions. And if anyone's sitting in there in that clubhouse, like, seeing this come out, they're not oblivious to it. If you don't like the guy, does the message wear thin quicker? I don't know. I don't know what the relationship Don Mattingly has with these guys, and they're not going to stop trying for him. But
I love win or bust, boys. Love win or bust.
Put it on a T-shirt?
Absolutely. That's on the T-shirt, right? You know what else is on the T-shirt? Stay aggressive to your plan.
All right.
There it is. That's the yearbook.
Stay aggressive to your plan.
And win or bust.
Win or bust feels like the story of this season.
People will come, Ray.
Yeah.
We need a T-shirt with the box of the strike zone and the little arrow that says "You are here." That's what we need to put out because apparently they just figured it out.
All right. From the Phils, I want to swing back into the Eagles before we get to Mosher at 1 o'clock. As Jeff Mosher of Philly Voice, Inside the Birds, going to join us. And he played a pretty good joke on me last night. I actually, we'll get to that when he joins us. We'll talk to Mosher at 1 o'clock about the Birds. A former Cowboy weighing in on the division. Who does Micah Parsons think will win the NFC East? Man, Bleacher Report's paying this guy for content. I can't, whatever. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunne. We got that for you coming up next here on Brace and Dunne.
As a fan of Pat McAfee and what he does on College Game Day, his show, there are some things now that I think he whines a little bit too much about that I think, is going the wrong way. But in this music album, like Polarizing Figure.
Diary of a Polarizing Figure.
It's like, all right, dude. Like, and I'm a McAfee fan. But I will tell you this right now, boys. I don't want to press play because I don't want it to mess with my algorithm as far as music is concerned on Apple.
You already cooked it up, Connor Thomas?
We have it there. Well, I have not listened, but we have a little bit of a clip if you guys want to not mess up your algorithm.
Have not heard a second of this album. I'm all right.
Should we do it to people?
Well, the reason why we're doing it is because the morning show had some fun today. So I said, you know what? Make sure you grab that so we can hear just like a little piece of it. Let's go.
All right, we'll get to the phones in a second. Give me some McAfee.
Wake up in the morning,
all right, that's
smoking coffee.
Now you keep
going. Feed, see some tweets or some crazy ass scenes. Trying to get to some money with our Powerball dreams. Cause when bills start stacking, we all feel the heat. We all hate the same folks. Most of them bros. All the
does sound like Jelly Roll.
Back where they came from. Cause we living, baby. We gotta get it daily. Wish we'd all spark up and light up all the shady. Yeah, I got a pit bull and a mugshot.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now, I don't think it's bad.
I'll tell you right now, I don't think it's good.
Yeah, I wish I had people in my circle that said yes to every idea I ever had. That's my takeaway from that.
Well, putting that to the side, just as far as that sound, I mean, it sounds just like a lot of the other stuff that's out there right now. That's all.
Yeah, you know how I say, for me, country music's a lot like baseball people. You need good weather and beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to need about like 2 handles of whiskey, and I probably won't remember the concert if you take me to a McAfee one.
That had a good beat.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, congrats on owning a computer, Pat McAfee.
Yeah, again, I'm glad nobody tells me no. Brace, you tell me you got a couple of buddies on the line?
I think so. Let's punch them up.
Oh, let's get them up on the air. Who we got, Sean Brace?
I think this is the great Snuff, who is my guy. Snuff, you there?
We're here. What's going on?
Whoa. Who else is with you, Snuff?
Skinny Joey's right next to me.
Get out of here. Now, the funny thing is...
What's up, Coach?
Joey, what's happening, boys? Now, the funny thing is, yesterday, I brought up, Joey, your name. Snuff, I apologize. You can join our foursome. We were talking about foursomes on the golf course. Build your ultimate foursome, and I went out of the conversation. I just brought in great people from Philadelphia, and I said, Joey Merlino can swing a club. I've seen him on Instagram. He's down in Florida a lot. He's in my foursome, and then Ray yelled at me and said, no, it's only athletes.
Yeah, we were doing sports figures. You didn't pay attention to the rules on that one, but,
Listen, this guy drives the ball 320 yards. I never seen nothing like it.
Come on.
All right, that's an athlete there.
Snuff,
yes,
what's happening in the business, man? How's the shops doing? I know you're down in Wildwood, too?
We're in Wildwood. We're in South Philly right now. Both are crazy busy. The lines are down the street. We can't keep enough rolls in. We sell out every night.
Oh, you got to love it.
My brother's been down to one in Wildwood. He was loving it.
Very good.
And the great location, too, as well. You can't beat it being down there in the stadium district or outside right there. Of course, we got Joey Little Snuff Perry. You can find him on Instagram, the great Joey Merlino as well, joining us. These guys are doing big things, of course, all things podcasting, and then you name it, of course, with the shops and all that. Yeah, man.
I still have been down to try. I'm dying to get one.
You got to come down. We'll give you whoever you want.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Down in Wildwood?
We got
South Philly.
The best cheesesteak, and chicken wings you ever had in your life.
Ooh. It's a damn good steak, I'll tell you.
Oh, so you've had it before?
Yeah, I had one a couple weeks ago. Oh, it's very, very good.
I want to also say this, Snuff and Joey, I want to give you guys all the credit in the world because you guys know how to market, all right? And take us back to the Flyers hockey. You had a gentleman dressed up in a full throttle Bernie Parent throwback, and he was stopping. People were shooting pucks at him to win a free cheesesteak. Take us behind the idea of that.
Thank you.
Ziggy, he was originally a limo driver, but he grew up in Grace Ferry as a goalie. He came around one day, and Joey said, you got a hockey net? He said, yeah, I actually got one in my van somehow. He came around. He had an old-school Bernie Parent mask on, and we just started firing pucks on him. And Joey said, whoever scores on him, we'll give a cheesesteak out. And it was perfect time for the Flyers playoffs.
That's right, it was. It was perfect. And I saw Ziggy, and I tried to take a shot at him, but that line was long. Next year, we'll have to do it next year when they make the playoffs.
We're going to do we got a guy covering the whole basketball thing with the Sixers opening game. You shoot it's like 4 nets. If you make 3-pointers, you get free cheesesteak.
See?
All right. I just like the sound of that. Is there anything planning for Phillies postseason, or you're not thinking it's happening?
Marketing geniuses over here. I love it.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. They got to get hot now. They got to get hot. They won last night. They won the last 2-3 games.
4-game winning streak.
I think that's the first series they won. Don't fight me over here.
Yeah, me too. The issue is, and I'm going to tell you what the issue is. Their bats get ice cold. If they could just hit the ball consistently, I think they go to the World Series. I really do. I mean, the pitching is phenomenal. You know, sometimes when they bring in a closer, you know, there's a little struggle, but it's the bats. It's the bats. You got to get the bats going.
All right, we got a question from Sean Brace today to our audience about whether or not Eagles fans are overconfident, too confident going into this season. Do you believe that Eagles fans right now are too comfortable, too confident?
Yeah. I mean, I think his new coordinator is going to do good. The guy last year was horrible.
There you go. See? Sean Mannion. Belief in Sean Mannion's what you need, Sean Brace.
We threw eggs at his house, Joey. We threw eggs at his house.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Boys, so good to hear from you. Snuff and I used to do some work back in the day. We used to do some shows together, and Snuff
we did.
Hey, Joey, believe it or not, Snuff used to pick winners left and right. I know he can't pick his you-know-what these days, though.
What? You follow him, you'll be on welfare.
He don't want to tell you last year, 18-1 and anytime touchdown score.
No, he won. Listen, I swear to God, I didn't bet him I didn't follow him. It's me. I'm a jinx. He won every bet. One night I followed him. He won like 8 in a row. The next night, I said, let me follow him. I bet his 2 bets. They both lost.
Yep. My only 2 losses.
It's me.
All right, well, then you let us know whether or not the picks are going well for this season, and I'll see when I can tail your picks. But
Snuff, you're the best.
I'll give you a week 1. Lock it in right now. Anytime touchdown score. I love the tight ends. Go Dallas Goedert. Anytime touchdown score.
Oh, he scored a bunch for the Birds last year. Joey, Snuff.
He had 12 last year, right?
Yeah, he did. A whole bunch. Yeah, he was one of the reasons why they were actually successful or to be able to win some games.
Red zone offense.
Hey, boys, can't thank you enough for calling in. We'll definitely be checking you out in Wildwood, of course, down in South Philly. Snuff and Joey Merlino, you guys are the best.
All right, listen, fellas. Shoot us a text. We'll call in, next week. Once a week, we'll fuck around. Oh, sorry, I cursed.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You were doing so good. We were so close.
Got so damn close.
We were so close. Didn't think that was going to happen. Well, there's a lot of things that I didn't think was going to happen.
That is great. I didn't know Joey was going to be calling it. That's funny.
Yeah.
Snuff said he was going to call in. He was going to check in with us.
Which also, you're always like, Ray, you know this person, that person. You one up to me there.
Snuff's my guy.
On people you know.
Well, we promised you're going to hear stuff you didn't expect to hear. Yeah, Brace and Dunne. There you go.
That was something.
That was awesome.
Certainly wasn't Micah Parsons pick of the NFC East.
That was great.
Tell you that. Oh, coming up, how you follow that up? You go to talk to the man from Philly Voice from Inside the Birds, Jeff Mosher. Joins us, first guest of the new program. We'll talk to him coming up next. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunne. This is Brace and Dunne, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phil's finding the groove. I'm Connor Thomas, and the Phillies made it 4 straight wins with a 6-5 victory over the Marlins last night. 9 different Phils hits in the game, and 5 different hitters had RBIs. A well-dispersed offensive performance out of them. Christopher Sanchez, he had a bit of a battle to get to 6 innings worth of work. Only allowed 1 run, though, and he earned his MLB-leading 16th win of the year. There was a controversial foul call in the 7th inning. Kept the Marlins from potentially scoring an extra run that could have made the game tied at a point. Don Mattingly talked about it after.
It's tough to just give him the third run when you don't see the play. It's hard to assume that, he's going to score from there and give the third run. Wouldn't have been shocked if they gave it to him, but glad they didn't.
Hey, sometimes you need things to fall your way. The Phillies been getting that recently. Game 2 is tonight at 6:40. Zach Wheeler faces Cade Gibson. The Eagles have a walkthrough today before heading up to New England for joint practices with the Patriots, and we're going to be keeping a close eye on how things go with A.J. Brown's new team. Jeff Mosher of Inside the Birds will join us next to preview that. The Union hosts Inter Miami tomorrow night, looking to continue their hot streak. Union also made a signing. Mark McKenzie coming back to the club. He will rejoin the club, the reports say, in January. This update is brought to you by Morgenstern Medical. Losing your hair and wish you could do something about it? Call the trusted team at Morgenstern Medical, because where you go matters. Call 610-830-HAIR. And also brought to you by Taco Bell. Experience the new $3 Pepper Jack Steak Burrito and Decadent Melty or Crisp Fresco at limited time at participating stores.
Gap.
Man, I don't know how you follow that last segment, Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunne hanging out with you. Luckily, we got our guy, the man who pulled kind of I would say, not a mean joke on me last night, but I was for half a second upset. Jeff Mosher.
Jeff Mosher?
Yeah, Jeff Mosher. You remember at the end of last week's call where, we had already kind of talked to Mosher on the side, like, hey, listen, in this custody battle, we're going to win you.
That's
like,
correct.
There's no way you're going anywhere. Like, we're going to win this battle. Moshe, you're going to be with us. And then at the end of last week's call with Moshe, because he's always doing Tuesdays at 1 here on Middays, John was like, oh, we'll split custody. And I was kind of looking like, all right, yeah, like we could have that arranged. When I texted Moshe for his hit for today, he was like, oh, sorry, I can't. I'm on the morning show tomorrow. And when I tell you I was going to lawyer up like nobody's business to ensure we get this man from Philly Voice and Inside the Birds, Jeff Mosher, I'm not kidding. I was ready to call the best lawyer I know to make sure you showed up on this show.
To quote our good friend Andrew Brandt, there will be lawyers.
There will be
As he
lawyers.
always likes to say, yes.
Oh, Moshe.
That's all right. That's all right. I got the best lawyers in town. They've negotiated me to be on many shows, perhaps, and not to make a single dime. So great job by him.
Nice one.
That's okay. It's worthwhile just to be on with you, fellas.
Yeah, it's great to be talking to you. Great that we continue to have at least joint custody of you here Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. Now on Brace and Dunne, which I have not screwed up the name yet today. I'm proud of myself for that one.
Still an hour to go.
Yeah, still an hour to go. There's still a lot of time left in this one.
Wasn't that a country music band? There was a country music band that sounded a little bit like that, right?
Well, Brooks and Dunn coming your way. A little
That's the one.
boot
Yeah.
scooting
I'm not a-
boogie.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're not a country guy.
Can you guys do a promo poster like 10-gallon hats on and Western looks and brace and done?
I'll do it for one promo.
I tried with Ray, but he's got to get a little country music vibe going through those.
Moshe, the issue is I'm not doing country music returns every return. That's like
neither
Understood.
am I. Neither am I.
Understood.
All right. Let's get to something a lot less fun than what we were just talking about. Saturday's game, the preseason opener for the Birds. Not a lot that happened for them that we would say are the positive. The biggest takeaway for a football savant like yourself, Jeff Mosher?
I've come to not really expect much when the starters aren't playing. So I try not to put, I look more at operational stuff than maybe individual performances. You can knock the Eagles for some penalties, things like that. And I think I talked to you guys about this last week. I really do believe, and this is just not like Negadelphian, this is just the natural way things happen. When you adjust to this kind of offense, and you saw this with the Jaguars last year, it's not overnight. And a lot of it with the motion, the pre-snap motion, the movement, the misdirection, you're going to see some penalty. You're going to see some false starts. You're probably going to see some illegal shifts and motions early on. You're probably going to maybe see even some holdings if guys are just not aligned correctly, like tight ends, right, in pass pro. So you're going to have to live with that a little bit and get the wrinkles are, unfortunately, with the starters not playing, I think that's the one area where maybe it really detracts from them, although I understand why the starters don't play and injuries are much more important. But from a positive operational standpoint, I mean, I think you guys have eyes like I do. Getting in and out to the line of scrimmage compared to the issues they had last year and getting the play calls in, I don't think that was as problematic. I think that's something in training camp that we've seen to be pretty good too. So it's nice to see that manifest, and you hope that continues to be the case throughout the preseason into the regular season. If there's one, I said this on a different interview, you have to crawl before you walk. I know a lot of people don't really like to hear that, but it's true. And before we can talk about offensive excellence and functionality and things, when you go back to last year, this team just has to be able to get out of the huddle to the line of scrimmage to get the play call in a better, more efficient fashion. That's got to be before execution even.
Well said. There's a lot there, and I want to come back to it, but I think, Ray, sorry, there's a lot that's happening on the timeline right now. You guys just skipped over the pressing issue today.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts threw a touchdown over the middle at practice, Jeff Mosher, with the helmet cam on. How about that?
Wait, you mean an interception or a touchdown?
A touchdown.
You did both.
Yeah, I know. I read that.
Sure. Right.
However, the Eagles' social media team put out a video today with the helmet cam, which is awesome, from the eyes of the QB1, which is pretty cool. Over the middle, I think it was over the hands of Zach Bond extended, whatever, to Dallas Goedert. How about snuff? There you go. Having some fun with that, putting that to the side. I want to bring it back to what you were talking about, the offensive excellence. And most big picture question for us today is this. It's hitting me a little bit right now that I feel like a lot of Eagles fans are falling into two categories. You're going to be floored when I say this to you. Too comfortable, too confident, right? And I'm bringing it up with the scenario that we stumbled into yesterday where I questioned the wide receiver room. Like, this team is not perfect. And, oh, by the way, everything you just said, they are going to have to crawl before they even walk, before they even run. So getting out of the huddle, the dumb stuff. For crying out loud, Sean, he is going up to the booth. Mannion doesn't know, and I get it. I'm not making a big deal about it, but these are the things like he's going to have to learn on the job. Is that problematic to you, though, or is it just necessary for him to get better at what he's trying to do?
Well, I think it's only it's both, Sean. I think it's only problematic in the lens of the reality is the organization is not going to be really so patient that they accept a team that is mediocre. If this team does not look good and for whatever reason falters and, out first round of the playoffs or something, that could lead to Nick Sirianni losing his job. That often leads to a staff overhaul. And it could be a one and done situation for Sean Mannion if things really go haywire. And if injuries happen, which really reduces personnel, that could be an issue too. So while I think that they have to exercise some amount of patience early on, I did mention the Jaguars. You know, they were not pretty offensively last year, but they finished 13-4. The Seahawks adjusted to a totally new offense last year. However, that wasn't Clint Kubiak's first rodeo. He had been a play caller before, and they have a decent amount of talent. So the Eagles are somewhere in between. I think they have more offensive talent than the Jaguars clearly did last year. But they are all learning such a new system that, and by the way, the Seahawks weren't a great offensive team. They had a great connection with Jackson Smith and Jigma. But if you look at all their metrics, I mean, they were a good, not great offensive team. But that should be okay, right? Because the Eagles defense, as long as it holds up into the bargain, should be able to like steady that ship. But to get to the spirit of your question, there will be a certain amount of patience that has to happen. But by mid-October to November, you have to start to see legitimate results because there is too much talent on this offense for it to take that much longer to really get used to. They got to win games and they got to make deep playoff run.
We're talking to Jeff Mosher inside the Birds Philly Voice. Talk about this offense getting going into October, into November, and one thing that could slow it down is the health of the offensive line. From what you've seen at practice of the guys out there, what does that offensive line look like? Is there a sense from that group of being refreshed, of being, feeling good this time of year, or you still think there might be a little bit of concern just on the wear and tear that's been in that room?
Yeah, I think I'm still a little bit concerned. I think with Lane, that Liz Frank injury, I mean, he's fine now, but he's had a lot of ankle and foot injuries and he's getting older. So the concern is just more, how much more does the 36-year-old body take over the course of another season? But he's healthy now, so that's good. Mailata seems healthy and fine. I think that's good. Juergens looks to me like he's more moving better. And I think that's really good. I can't tell yet on Dickerson. He walked off the field yesterday and he looked really frustrated. I don't think with his health. I think just the fact that the offense was very choppy yesterday. And that's another thing, right? We're watching them constantly going up against Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter and Moro Jomo. And so, a really tough front six, the linebackers. I feel like the health right now looks good, but I would still be a little bit concerned about Dickerson and about Lane Johnson's just overall course of the season staying healthy. But I think the depth situation is a little better than last year.
What do you expect to learn from the split squad practices versus the New England Patriots? I asked that question, Jeff, because where I'm at right now with my thoughts on the Eagles, I don't know if anything is going to be touched, or, if I'm going to be swayed one way or the other over these next two preseason games plus these practices. What do you say to that? Will there be anything you learn from these split squad practices versus the Patriots?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could say is the Patriots are a good team. They're going to be well organized, well prepared, and well coached because Vrabel is like that. And these practices will be scripted well and choreographed between Sirianni and Vrabel so that the starters get really good work against each other. And, the Eagles have been going up against their own defense for 3 weeks. But, the Patriots defense is pretty good too with Christian Gonzalez and Barmore. And, they've got a lot of decent players on that side of the ball. So that'll be that's a good opportunity. And, their offense is obviously very good. So it'll be a good test for the Eagles defense. I don't know if there's any one particular thing that we will learn. And I wouldn't get excited if, reporters start saying like the Eagles won the practice and I wouldn't get down on if they lost the practice. To me, it doesn't matter. But you just want to see the good work and guys getting good individual matchups against guys that are on their own team.
You know what we're going to be anticipating over the next 2 days? The reception to A.J. Brown. What do you think it's going to be like for them to see their old friend? Because, again, talk to anyone that's inside of that building. It's talking to people inside that building. They loved him. What do you want me to say? I know you want me to sit here and disparage the guy, Sean Brace. I'm not going to.
Just make sure you say Jalen was a terrible teammate, too.
All I'm saying is their love of A.J. Brown. You see? I love you, Sean. I'm just making a comment about AJ.
I was a diva.
What do you anticipate the reception of AJ Brown and his former Eagles teammates?
I anticipate the Eagles will say hello, get themselves reacquainted. It'll be nice. It'll be fun. Like there's not going to be any drama. But then the reporters will ask AJ Brown questions, and he'll say something that stirs up something about something. Does that sound
something about Jalen?
Yeah,
nailed it.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know. He doesn't really talk about Jalen by name. when he goes to public with his comments. But
we'll
maybe
read between
now
the lines.
On the other side, he will. Yeah. I'm sure that will be. I'm sure his words will be picked apart.
Oh, most certainly going to be picked apart by us. I want to quickly jump back in to talking about this offense and what you see in terms of the choppiness you mentioned of this offense. What do you think is the biggest thing standing between them and getting where they want to go right now?
That's a really good question. So they had, to me, it looked like there were not a lot of great running lanes yesterday. And then there were also some drops. And then, obviously Jalen threw the interception. We talked about that. But it all has to start with the running game. All right. I've been to a couple of practices where I thought Barkley looked really explosive and run lanes were there. And I've been to some where I thought, man, it's tough sledding. But again, it should be tough sledding against the Eagles' front six. So before the whole idea is the marriage of an under center running game with an under center play action passing game. Okay. So, and I'm not saying you have to run the ball successfully for that to happen, because you really don't. Again, the Seahawks were not a great running team last year, but they had a wonderful marriage between the run and the play action. So I would say go back to this. The offense just has to be aligned correctly. They do have to be able to move the chain. I think this team does have to be successful with the run because their running back's their best player. So that's where I think it's really important. And then obviously everything will work off of that.
And last one for you here. Looking at, you mentioned the front six for that defense, the linebacker next to Zach Bond. Just assuming it's Jahad Campbell, and what do you assess of the play of the linebacker that will be next to Zach Bond come the start of the season?
I imagine this conversation between Jeremiah Trotter Jr. and his dad, like Jeremiah Trotter Jr. saying, "Dad, you told me that if I was a good linebacker for this franchise, I'd be a 10-year starter and make a lot of money. Now the guy can't even break into the starting lineup." I mean, who are these Eagles that they are so talented at off-ball linebacker that a guy who has almost, I don't want to say flawless, but who has played really well ever since they drafted him. And this is year 3 for training camp now. And every time I watch Trot Jr., it's like he plays so fundamentally sound, mistake-free, does what he's supposed to do. I mean, that kind of guy would have been the Eagles' best linebacker by a mile, like 5 to 10 years ago, like TJ Edwards was, right? And now he can't break the starting lineup. So that's a great thing for the Eagles. I think depth is too important to assume that Howie's going to look to trade him just because he has 2 starters there. But you never know. People might call up Howie and make him a deal he can't refuse. I doubt that. But, I mean, it's good. He'll get on the field. Logic says he'll probably get on the field because Jahad Campbell's had some major injury, with the shoulders. And then, of course, Bond's stayed injury-free, but he's getting a year older. He's in his year 30 season. So, I think he's going to be a valuable player for this team on special teams for sure, and I'm sure at some point on the defense.
Just like you're a valuable contributor to us. And while it won't be only us, we understand that apparently this is a joint custody thing, which, now I have to say, we now got also joint custody of McManus. I feel like sharing is caring around here. I wanted exclusive rights to Mosher, but I understand that, he's got a long-term relationship with John Marks and Andrew Salciunas.
Nothing is permanent. Nothing's permanent, Ray. Just because it starts this way, like Alec Boehm at first base, doesn't mean you have to play him every single night.
All right. So we'll end up winning this custody battle.
Right.
We're going to drag it out, Mosh.
I tell you what, I mean, in true spirit of negotiations, I know we have had our lawyers speak about maybe me doing an in-studio thing with you guys before the season to really chop it up on football.
Damn right.
I love morning people, but it's hard to get me there at 6 in the morning. So now 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., that's a lot more doable.
Now that sounds like something, a little 11 o'clock hour action. I love the sound of that, Mosh. We'll work it out. We'll make sure we get you in here.
All right, sounds good, guys. Have a good one.
Jeff Mosher, Inside the Birds, Philly voice, joining us. Always great talking with Mosher. Our 1 o'clock hour here brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restorations. Great teams stick together, and so does great hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration Championship results. Visit morgensternhair.com. Call 610-831-HAIR. We got something that we had talked off air about that we wanted to keep track of. I am up 1-0.
He didn't say that.
He said it. You were too busy with the screens. You were, looking at the screens. That was a really great question. Pull it, 109.
Ooh.
I'll have to pull it because I was busy fixing the screens. It's very convenient that Ray Dunn's trying to slide this in while we were both focused on the presentation.
No, forget you. Sam, back there.
Whoa.
Sam, back there. 109. You're about to be able to pull it in the next 5 seconds here. 109. That's a really great question. We'll play it at 1:30. All right? I'm up 1-0. For the audience, what we're going to do.
Yep.
Now going forward, and you can keep track of this because I know our YouTube chat loves to keep track of everything. You know, they're the ones that keep us honest. And for those of you at home, the listeners, when we have guests on, we are going to be doing a counter. And we have not decided if it's going to be at the end of the week or the end of the month. I want it to be at the end of the month, but I'm open to suggestions.
Let's not get carried away here. We're not going to have that many during a week. So
right, that's what I'm saying. Like it's going to be 0-0. We're going to be playing soccer every week if we do this just weekly. We're going to make a counter of the time that a guest says that's a really great question to either Brace or myself. And at the end of the month, we're going to see who ends up with more great or good questions.
Yeah.
Great, good questions. I don't know if we want to do like point style, like reality.
Yeah, you never know. A little around the horn.
Yeah, a little around
Good
the horn.
1, great 2. I think that's a pretty simple way to break it down.
If great's 2, I think I just racked up 2 points.
Time out. I think good and great are the same.
They're objectively not.
But
I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
All right. These are things that we need to discuss.
I'm up 1-0.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm up 1-0.
However, I do know this much: the name of the whole game that we're going to play with this, good question hunting.
Ooh, like it. Good question hunting. We will do at the end of every month. So we'll cut it at the end of August. We're not going to do the baseball March, April split. We're going to just cut at the end of August. We'll have a full September to do it. I am up 1-0 in great questions.
I could smell this from a mile away. August 31st, the text from who's ever in second place. Hey, can we get 5 guests tomorrow?
Yeah.
You better book everybody in the tri-state area.
What we're going to end up doing is whoever's in second, if he's in second, it's going to be like Bernard and Ostry come on. And he's like, I need a couple of great questions.
Yep.
I'll be getting Tim Kelly and Adam Aronson.
That's a great question, Sean. Allow me to answer it.
What a great call by you.
Good question hunting. It's a new game that's taken the Philadelphia radio airwaves by storm.
I have a great question for you coming up in a second, but Tony from West Philly's been hanging, and he's wanted to get on some birds with us. Tony, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Sean, I hope you remember this conversation. A month prior to the draft, I called you, and I told you the 3 players I wanted the Eagles to take, 1, 2, 3. And you said, Tony's our guy, the first one to call about the draft. I don't know if you remember that conversation, but let me tell you this.
All right.
I wanted Malachi Fields, 1. I wanted A.J. Halsey, the safety, 2. And I wanted Skylar Bell, 3. And all 3 of them are having phenomenal camps, by the way. The problem I have with the Eagles, and you tapped on it earlier, is that they said, and Troy Aikman said this one time, they said, what's wrong with Hurts? There's nothing wrong with Hurts. He hasn't had mediocre receivers around him for the longest. He had several offensive coordinators, always changing. These receivers, as Troy Aikman said, they can't get open. That's the problem. You saw it last week. Even when the starters come in, I like Devontae Smith, but he needs those 2 other receivers on the outside for him to be exceptional. And it's chronologically bad with their assessment of talent. Going back to the beginning, it's horrible. And it angers me because I know what's wrong with the Eagles. I'm not going to get stuck on a question like, what do they do to get better? They need to better assess talent and put the boy they drafted, Makai Lemon, I had him 12th.
I'm curious, Tony, real quick. Let me ask you this. In terms of talent compared to the rest of the National Football League, you think they assess talent at a lower level than the rest of the National Football League?
The most, yes. The most.
So how do you
look at it?
Reckon them putting this roster together? Is it just the wide receiver room you're complaining about, or are you saying this entire roster?
It's every. I wanted Andrew Mukuba last year. I wanted him. I don't know if they heard me or not, but they took him. But now you get Halsey and him. That's thunder and lightning. I think they tap dance. They don't get it right. The majority of the time, they get it wrong.
The majority of the time, the Philadelphia Eagles get it wrong. In the grand scheme of history or the Howie Roseman era? Because I think the last couple of years would suggest they've gotten it right more often than they've gotten it wrong.
Especially in the draft. You're talking about Cooper and Quignon back-to-back. Like, that was
good. But then you look at their history. Look at their history overall.
Okay, overall, I can't. You're losing me when you start going down to all right, yeah, they didn't draft receivers well in throughout their entire history. Well, they drafted Devontae Smith. That's worked out pretty well. They made the trade for A.J. Brown. That's worked out pretty good for you. We've been talking about them replacing Dallas Goedert for years, but guess what? That's because he's the latest in a long line of tight ends that worked out for you. Their offensive line has been one of the guy, and I would love for you to keep calling in, but if you're going to tell me the Eagles need a better assessed talent, if that's your takeaway from the 2020s decade of Eagles football, I don't know what planet you're living on.
YouTube wants to know if Tony has eyeballs. They're asking right now.
Well, the only thing I would say is last year's draft is lacking a little bit, if we're fair.
That's fine. We can be fair. I
agree.
Just talking to Jeff Mosher, Campbell looks like he's going to be the linebacker next to Bond. So there's a starter right there for you. He wanted. Tony said he wanted Makuba. Makuba's going to be a starter.
You're right.
Also, they had a tough draft the year after they won the Super Bowl.
Right. They've been to 2 Super Bowls this decade. And
I knew Kyle McCord was going to stay.
Oh, man.
I got that one
right.
right.
Whoa. The 5th round?
6th.
Oh, God. They didn't get the 6th round quarterback right.
181.
It's got to be Jordan Mailata every year. Damn it.
Jeez. Sorry.
Tony.
You got me a little worked up there, Tony.
I like it. You got Ray Red.
Better assessed talent. Look at the other teams in this town and the way they've drafted. You want to tell me better assessed talent? The Eagles are the least of your problems, Tony.
Sixers have been good.
Hey, wait, I think everybody's drafting very well these days, right? Flyers, aren't they drafting okay?
We'll see how it turns out for them.
Sure, a little.
Phillies, we'll find out in 20 years if anything.
Yeah, I'm all martoned up.
Stott's pretty good.
Yeah. Stott was previous regime, though.
Oh, it was. Wow, was that long ago?
Dude, it takes these guys a decade to show up at the big level.
The fact that we could kick this around shows you that the Eagles are at a higher level than the other 3.
Probably fair.
Crawford, when was Crawford drafted?
2009.
Which, oh, by the way, what? You scared me on that one.
Nah.
Oh, by the way, 341, 5 doubles and a triple, 890 OPS in the month of August.
Speaking of assessing talent, Sean Brace is way off in his assessment of a talent that'll be in South Philadelphia tonight at the Phillies game. We're going to break this down for you coming up next because I'm excited to be at the ballpark tonight. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunne. This is Brace and Dunne, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phil's getting hot. I'm Connor Thomas, and we might have to start talking about it as they win their 4th straight game last night, a 6-5 victory over the Marlins. 9 different Phillies had hits in the game. 5 different hitters had RBIs. The offensive turnaround continued, and Christopher Sanchez battled to 6 innings of 1-run ball. He earned his league-leading, MLB-leading 16th win of the year. There was also a controversial foul call in the 7th inning that kept the Marlins from potentially scoring an extra run. So sometimes you get some help, but they've been getting the job done. Game 2 is tonight at 6:40. Zach Wheeler faces Cade Gibson. The Eagles have a walkthrough today before heading up to New England for joint practices with the Patriots. Tim McManus talked with Marks and Salciunas about questions with the receiver position and a former Eagles receiver that they're going to see this week.
Brown was such a big part of this offense, and it was just such a luxury for Hurts. You take that away, and of course you have to have questions. Let's see what that ends up looking like.
We'll have plenty on the joint practices as the week continues. The Union hosts Inter Miami tomorrow night, looking to continue their hot streak. Center back Mark McKenzie is being signed back by the Union. He's expected to return to the club in January. This update is brought to you by Verizon Business. Verizon Business experts love small businesses, so they come directly to you on your schedule. With real expertise tailored to your needs, make an appointment with a Verizon Business expert. Go to Verizon.com/book today. I'm Connor Thomas for the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
gracious to give us the time today. 1-0.
Well,
good question hunting.
There you go.
Good song hunting. I love this one.
There you go.
Post Malone.
Yeah, baby.
I had some help.
Yeah.
Little Morgan.
Yeah.
See Ryan Howard talking about how he got involved.
Yeah, Darian. My guy Darian, his son.
Is everybody cool now? Everybody calm? Everybody
Oh
okay?
yeah, I'm sure social media is calm and cool. That's. I got you fighting with half the Delaware Valley over the Eagles wide receiver room in my Instagram mentions.
I do not get mad, and I am not fighting. I am just simply pointing out.
Discussing.
Yeah.
All right. Did you speak of the social media getting out of hand? We now have someone that's live on Instagram, not stopping until he bowls a 300.
Wow.
That guy's gonna die there. If you're not a bowler, I don't think you're bowling a 300.
That's where it. Yeah, you have to be a bowler to bowl a 300.
Correct. Yeah. So I stand by what I said. That guy's gonna die there.
13 strikes.
Yeah.
10 plus the turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense in terms of the scoring. To me,
broke 100.
None of it makes sense.
I think one time out of the 4 games we played. I don't understand how I could be that bad at bowling, but I am bad at bowling.
There is kind of like for people when you've had a couple, there's like one drink too many sends you over the limit where you're not good anymore. There's a certain amount of drinks in my system I haven't quite figured out for bowling where I'm good.
Okay.
And then one more than that, it becomes probably the worst thing you've ever seen.
It's bowling. There's not a level of drinks you could give me where I wouldn't be able to bowl. You're standing still, basically.
No, good. Being good.
Yeah, you're standing. There's arrows on the lane. You just have to move your arm back and forth.
And there's the pin. Let me swing this club and try and get it there.
Are we going to have the Fanatics version of Patriot games here where we do bowling? And
I would say we have the Fanatics version of anything else, but yeah, sure. we could just we could call it the Fanatic games and not even.
There you go. Are you a bowler, Colin? Or Connor, excuse me.
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm a bowler. I'm all right.
Okay.
I could get up to the high hundreds.
Ooh, the high
So
hundreds.
what?
On a good day, like 170, 180.
If North Bowl, South Bowl, one of those bowls are listening,
Love a good bowl.
Little Fanatic outing. Yeah, not kidding. Little Fanatic outing.
I'm in. Say less.
Absolutely.
I'm in. Let's make it happen. All right. Speaking of things that I'm going out for tonight, we'll get to that in just a moment because we're going to just, while Sean Brace is on the ropes here over the good question, over the wide receiver room for the Philadelphia Eagles, we're just going to continue to battle with him. But I first want to get Scott and Satterton in. Scott, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Yo, what's up, guys?
How are you?
Good, man. Yeah, when I think about the Eagles, I just want to know what your guys' take on. Obviously, if the run game gets going, that's obviously what we want. We want, at worst, third and short situations. I think defenses know they want to get Jalen Hurts in third and long, just because, I do think he has some deficiencies throwing the ball over the middle. But third and long, call it 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12. What's the game plan there? Is it just you focus in on Devontae? And, it's a lot of pressure to put on Mekhi Lemon because he's, unproven, obviously has a lot of talent. But I look at that 3rd and long offense, and that's where I get a little weary with this team.
Yeah, to me, the 3rd and long offense, when you mentioned Hurts, is about taking those 2 steps back, that 3-step drop, and immediately letting it go. If you're trying to go off schedule here and you're trying to run an offense where there's not a lot happening and you kind of have to create it on that 3rd and long, you're not going to find the options here. So part of it is, one, schematically having something that works, that gives you those opportunities, that gives you a lot of different options. And I know Foles, we played last week, talked about there wasn't a lot there for him last year offensively. Another part of that is Hurts has to be more decisive, maybe more inclined, I'll say, to throw that ball in a tighter window than he has before. And that's something that's not necessarily all him because I think that's also been coached into him.
Scott, for me, it's 4 verts.
Yeah.
Over to him.
Yeah, I think.
No, I got it. That was
I don't know if Scott
4
got
verts on the season right there.
You go. Yeah, go ahead, though. But I'm with Ray. Yes.
Yeah, I he hasn't run as much in the last year. And I shouldn't say as much. He just doesn't run with.
You're right on that, Scott. It hasn't, and it's been a part of what also can slow them down offensively. A 3rd and long, if he's able to scramble out, if we got that athleticism back, that quickness back that we're talking about, maybe that's something.
You're up against it in 3rd and long. Yeah, ultimately, I co-sign with exactly what you said. Drop back, get it out of your hands, find somebody on the seam, find somebody on the inside, whether it is Dallas Goedert, a tight end presence across the middle, something along those lines. Normally, it would be adding into the equation, A.J. Brown streaking down the field. That would be a strength. Devontae could do that as well. He's a guy that can high point the ball. But you're up against the 3rd and 9. Good luck.
All right.
4 verts, though. I didn't even get a chuckle.
Tonight.
I didn't even get a chuckle out of you.
I was waiting for someone to get it.
Yeah.
I got it. It was good.
Well, somebody yelled at me about the laugh track yesterday, so I've been a little.
They thought it was me laughing.
I know. I've been a little less on it today.
Like they didn't like it?
Yeah, well, look, I don't really register too much as far as one show in. But I've been trying.
Negative.
Oh God, I'm fat fingering everything.
Are you good?
I'm done. I'm done hitting the buttons. I'm done.
All right. Well, in that case, let's get you some sounds that are not on your board.
Thank you.
But the sweet sounds of what'll be going on after the Phillies game tonight. Give it to me. Tonight, after the Phillies game, Flo Rida.
He hit the flow.
Going down for real.
That's right, Sean Brace. Tonight, your game ticket is your concert ticket. Flo Rida.
All right, this one, you're this one. Come on.
Y'all like this one as much?
I don't even know what this one is. What is it, Mr. Flo Rida?
In my head right around. Come on. This man is disrespected. This man is criminally underrated. The fact that this man is available for a post-game concert is absurd to me. You should be taking this crowd, sending them on over to whatever the hell they call BB&T nowadays, and he should be throwing the biggest party of the summer. This man is a star.
Okay, you might be going a step far there.
No, I'm not.
Low is a great song. My House is a great song. Good Feeling's a great song. He's got jams. I'm not here to deny that. Look, at the end of the day or at the end of the game, you're going to have a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun down there.
All right, come on. Low
is it.
My House.
Low's the one.
Good Feeling. Right Round. Wild Ones. Come on.
You think Low is 1-1?
It is. Yeah, Low is the one. Low is his biggest hit.
Where them girls at?
Or
sign me up for that one.
Low is the one that you just opened up with.
Yeah,
low.
I might go My House over Low.
Apple bottom jeans with the boots and the fur.
I like Low better. I think My House might be the bigger song.
I think Low is I would put it one in front of it, but of course.
Let's do some research. I want to see the total sales on those songs. I'll get back to you on those
name me one Flo Rida album.
Doesn't matter.
No,
hits on hits on hits on hits, man. The guy couldn't miss from like 2007 to like 2014.
Really?
I
couldn't miss?
Couldn't miss. Look at all those songs. You know what you were doing? You were out.
I was bummed.
DJ Sean Brace was playing Flo Rida hits all the time, I bet.
I'll play My House is an easy one.
Yeah.
You play My House, that's definitely one that people like.
A criminally underrated artist. We don't spend enough time in society talking about Flo Rida.
He was at the Wildwood Pier last summer.
You are correct. Low is his biggest song.
Oh, what about that, sports fans?
I'll cede the point.
I'm all in.
Well,
I can't believe I lucked into these tickets.
You're going tonight?
I had no idea he was performing. And then I saw in the commercial break, your game ticket is your concert ticket for this one after the game.
You bringing glow sticks?
I should.
Extracurriculars? You having fun down there?
I might as well to Flo Rida. Are you kidding me? I want to. Somebody get low. Let's have ourselves a
it's not Shaq DJing by no means.
It's, with all due respect to DJ Shaq Diesel, I would love to go to one of his sets. This is 10 times better.
He DJ'd like 2 summers ago.
I remember.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on the air.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, because he's Kincaid's guy. That's right.
That's right.
You better be careful, though, saying all due respect to DJ Shaq Diesel. He tried to send the last guy to Siberia who disrespected him on these airwaves.
DJ Diesel.
You think we still got to connect with him? You think he's still going to call? Or you think...
I've got the number.
I was going to say.
He's not going to answer me if I text him.
Bet you Connor's got the number.
Yeah, it's a good call by you.
Who's got Flo Rida's digits? You know who's
Flo Rida, if you're out there, give us a call.
You know who's a diehard Flo Rida fan? Philly Captain. Philly Captain, for whatever reason. Oh, he is the #1 Flo Rida fan out there.
Pro-Flo or anti-Flo? What do we got for people out there? I think Flo Rida, criminally underrated artist. Love that. I can't wait for tonight. I can't wait to break it down tomorrow. We're going to break down one more segment for you with the YouTube chat recap, and we'll clear out what we got from the Davis Honda text line. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunne. This is Brace and Dunne, 97.5 The Fanatic. Dude. I actually felt very Salciunas saying dude there coming out of a break. I was very Salciunas of me. But, dude, did you see what I just saw on the old Bird app?
No, what do you got?
Chase Daniel quote tweeting the Jalen Hurts passing touchdown. If you missed it, the Eagles' social media team decided they're done disparaging QB1, that they actually want him on the roster, and instead they want all of the players on the defense to be sent to Siberia. They posted a video of him throwing a touchdown over the middle from his view. I guess it was meta glasses. I don't know how they get the video of him throwing the ball over the middle of the field.
What's the GoPro on the helmet?
Yeah, all right, maybe that. Really? He's got the GoPro going on the helmet?
It's not a full throttle, like old school GoPro like you and I would have.
Right.
It's the NFL.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, they got the GoPro then going on the helmet of Jalen Hurts. Hurts throws the ball in the field, throws a touchdown in the red zone, and they post the video. Chase Daniel quote tweets it. The way Jalen Hurts looks off all-pro linebacker Zach Bond to hit the wrap route on the back end line, all based on the pre-snap coverage, is elite. Are we about to see a hero turn here for Chase Daniel?
No, what I would say is that doesn't that vision or doesn't that angle, perspective from the helmet cam kind of make things look a hell of a lot more difficult than necessarily a lot of people believe it to be? Like, why couldn't you throw the ball to him? He's wide open. Oh, that's why. Because you got big paws in front of you. You got bodies all over there.
You know what it
all
showed
tight
me?
in the red zone.
Just how short he looks in the pocket.
Go, yeah.
I don't think he can see over those linemen.
It's a great toss over the middle, touchdown, QB1.
There you go.
I hate the fact that we're like, it's
breaking
just,
down social media posts.
It's just more of the same. Where they make him out to be the worst or make him out to be the best. It's just like he's going to throw interceptions at practice. He's going to throw plenty of touchdowns at practice. Point blank, the Inquirer today. Pull it up early this morning, and it was from yesterday, courtesy of Jeff McClain.
Your buddy.
Doesn't
You're hanging out with him over at Marion.
Love me some Jeff McClain. He's got a good podcast, a lot of information.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say is like he doesn't write the headlines, but boom, right there in the headline, it's like Jalen Hurts throws Eagles practice observations. Jalen Hurts tosses another middle field INT. That's the headline. Like, come on.
Is that the headline?
That's the headline.
Yikes.
Like, what are we
Well,
doing?
people are going to click on it.
I guess.
And I don't know what he did in practice yesterday because I wasn't there. So I don't know if there's any other headline-worthy things. He is the biggest piece of news. If that's the most notable thing he did, I could see why that'd be the headline.
We talking about practice, man. Not a game. Practice.
I don't know. It's somewhere there on the board.
Oh, everybody knows it. We don't even have to hit that drop. We
talking about practice.
Yeah, I know everybody knows it. I still like to hit it.
I know. I love it.
All right. Speaking of something we hit Flow Rider conversation in the last segment. The text line, Davis Honda text line. Feel the Davis difference at Davis Honda in Burlington. What do we got? 610-632-0975.
Mixed reviews. Not everyone likes him as much as you do, Ray. Walt from Meadowbrook says, good feeling is the best from Flow Rider. Low is by a mile his biggest hit. So a big fan. But then we also have a check-in here. This one comes to us from Zach in Delaware. There's probably 300 artists I would rather listen to than Flow Rider.
300? All right, Zach.
Name them, coward.
Yeah, seriously, dude. You know what? I'll let you off the hook. Give me 50. Ray at 975thefanatic.com. Email it.
Bands or like solo acts? I could give you 50 easily.
Ray at 975thefanatic.com.
Def Leppard, Queen.
Oh, yeah.
My buddy just texted me about Rush. Led Zeppelin, Grateful Dead. Oh, I got easy 50.
That's fine. Yeah. You're going to be playing those at the club. Yeah. You're not allowed to get low anymore, man. You're done. You're done, all you.
Are the Phillies going to win tonight? That's the question.
Yeah, they're winning tonight.
Wheels on the mound against a guy with a 5.61 ERA. That's a dub.
What could go wrong? Unlike yesterday when I took the run line.
Sorry, bud.
And the closer gives it up again.
I don't think we're seeing the closer tonight.
Well, that would be a good thing. Just win by 2 or more.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, of Duran, of all of them, I'd like to see Duran.
Wheeler minus 210 tonight.
Yeah, they're winning tonight.
K. Gibson going.
5 in a row. They're winning for me.
Let's do it.
Getting back over 500. All right. Time for the YouTube chat recap.
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in? I can't look.
Text us at 610-632-0975. Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
Let me tell you something else, man.
It's the Brace and Dunne YouTube chat recap.
What we got?
Connor looks like he is hosting karaoke in the Key West after the show. Dune from the chat.
Are they not familiar with is Dune not a morning YouTube chatter?
I guess not. I'm not familiar with Dunne, so he's probably not familiar with me. This is the victory shirt. It saved the season multiple times. It's doing it again. Andrew Salciunas is trying to say it's the cornfield.
I think it's the
Brace
cornfield.
has been saying the corn bats. I've been wearing the shirt all month.
Actually, no. It was the meeting. It was the meeting of the minds that said, guys, balls inside of this box are the ones you swing at.
This is pre-meeting. This is pre-cornfield. This is years in the making, the victory shirt.
I do want to give a shout out. I got married in Key West. I love Key West. And the Key West is in my algorithm. There is a guitarist by the name of Nick Brownell. Brownell. He is unbelievable. This dude has a symbol on his foot. He's got a drum on his other foot, and he's got a guitar that just strums.
Nick?
Yeah, Nick's the one.
Shout out Nick, man.
He doesn't listen, but fantastic.
Key West guy?
I've been watching it. Yeah, I'll show you later. You'll like it.
I'm always afraid I'm going to lose my dad to Key West. Every time him and my mom go down there, I'm kind of concerned that he's just not going to come back.
That's deep down there. That's down there. I wouldn't be too concerned about that, but, every other place that's up the coast, sure.
No, I think he would.
Oh, he would do Key West?
I think he would do Key West.
I like the old man.
Yeah. Oh,
nice.
My dad's aging in reverse.
I like that. I like him even more now.
Yeah.
I know his style.
All right, what else we got?
Ray, let me teach you guitar or piano. I could see you being a piano man. Ryan from the chat.
I mean, I like singing piano, man. We've been over that before on this program. Yeah, I need a hobby. This is not new information for me. I need a hobby. I don't have a lot of them.
Can teach you piano. I was classically trained for like a decade growing up.
Oh,
wow.
This
This guy had piano lessons.
And he's
This explains a lot about you.
bilingual.
What does piano lessons explain about me?
Oh, that's pretty fancy.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, if there's a piano at the Philadelphia International Airport, right in the middle, could you start playing it?
Absolutely.
Oh,
It's a great skill.
Little Pachelbel cannon in C. Get right after
that's
it.
the first one on the tip of my tongue. I was going to request.
It's an eye-turning skill.
Oh, I
for
bet.
sure.
Yeah.
Have you used it to your advantage before?
I have. Not in many years.
Jeez.
Not in many
The
years.
fingers are a little rusty
Oh, are they?
for the piano.
Chopsticks.
For the piano.
What do we got?
Better philosopher, Jalen or LeBron? Mar from the chat.
Better philosopher, Jalen or LeBron?
Jalen.
Yeah, probably. LeBron is, I think, more inspirational than philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what else we got?
I don't think Connor likes our shenanigans in the YouTube chat recap. We're going to have to work on that. MBD from the chat.
Ooh, that's also a ringleader right there.
Yeah, I'm familiar from the morning show with MBD. I can't hear the word shenanigans without thinking about the Super Trooper scene.
I can't hear it without thinking about Sea Isle. Is that bad?
Oh, yeah. I got kicked out of there once.
Again, not surprising.
Well, I tried to bring in, I thought it was a BYOB.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as
all
many bars are.
Yeah, exactly.
I learned that lesson the hard way.
You with that six-pack. Come on in here.
Yeah.
Don't spend any
It
money
was
on our
only two
place.
in the
Last
back
one?
pockets.
What is Brace drinking? Is that Surfside? Bayless from the chat.
No, that's a Red Bull.
Be a lot cooler if it was, man.
Red Bull gives you wings. All right. Off to the boys. We got Unfiltered coming up next. We made it through 2 shows. Heck of a 2 days. We'll be back tomorrow playing a breakdown. Will Sean be mad at A.J. Brown tomorrow? We'll see. That's coming up. Next, it's Unfiltered. Thanks for tuning in to Brace and Dunne.